Hockey is back. Your Elmira River Sharks take on the Motor City Rockers Friday, November 3rd and Saturday, November 4th. On Friday, November 3rd at 7:05 p.m., the River Sharks get their first look at the Rockers and will look to turn the music down. On Saturday, November 4th at 6:07 p.m., the series continues, and don't miss out on all the action at the First Arena. Go online to Ticketmaster or call the box office at 607-734-POP. River Sharks Hockey. Fear the thing.
You're listening to Elmira River Sharks Hockey. Now back to John Clement in the arena.
Hello and welcome in here live to Elmira River Sharks action. We are live at the First Arena, the Shark Tank, here up above the center ice circle. It's a pleasure to be back here in Elmira, getting ready for a midweek battle Thursday night as the Binghamton Black Bears are in town. The Elmira River Sharks getting set to defend home ice territory, a place where right now they stand 1-0 on the season. What a performance the other night against the Watertown Wolves. Of course, these two teams have met once already. The River Sharks and Black Bears meet up for the first time this season, and of course the second of 13 matchups across the 2023-2024 season. On opening night in Binghamton, the Bears topped the Sharks 7-3 as Connor Smith placed the bingo offense with 2 goals and 2 assists. Kuna Jackson led Elmira with a pair of goals. That contest proved to be very physical and competitive. Shows off that a rivalry between these two sides is bound to blossom. Being so close in proximity and having so many pieces that have switched to the other side raises the tension, makes the battles even more meaningful. Each coach has made some additions and subtractions to the roster since that opening night back in Binghamton. The most notable one being seasoned pro Nick Gullo joining the River Sharks, and maybe even more important than that, this morning, Lauri Vartiainen coming over after a trade with Port Huron back almost a week ago at this point. Vartiainen arriving, he will be wearing number 6 tonight in that River Sharks gray. It's going to be fun to see what Lauri Vartiainen has to bring to the River Sharks here as we get underway in this one. This is going to be an absolutely huge, huge game. Elmira will need an early offensive zone presence to keep up with the speedy Binghamton attack. And, of course, we saw that speedy Binghamton attack put up way too many shots the last time these two teams faced off. Back on the wonderful opening night of October 14th, Binghamton outpaced Elmira 61-35 in the shots on goal. It was a very different lineup, but again, we talked about it already. Connor Smith had himself a show. Kuna Jackson had himself a heck of a night, too. His first night in a River Sharks uniform for the regular season, so we'll have to see exactly who steps up tonight. About a week ago, well, a little under at this point, Martin Muka had himself a night, getting a couple of goals, taking over second star of the game. Of course, the first star of the game was in between the pipes. A couple weeks ago, back against Binghamton, Spencer Kozlowski came up with save of the game and certainly earned it all the way around. Had himself a heck of a performance. So how does he follow that up? Comes out and plays right here at the First Arena and puts up a shutout, 4-0. As now we're going to get hot player to watch. So Martin Muka comes out. He netted 2 goals, including 1 on the power play in Elmira's 4-0 shutout win versus Watertown on Saturday. He's not played hockey in years. Muka jumped right in and showed up and showed out for the Sharks. He has shown speed, big leadership piece, and been everything Elmira could have asked for in his signing. Head coach Tyler Jurich will continue to lean on Muka at leaning forward as he is tonight's hot player to watch. It's going to be a fun little piece here tonight as these two teams get set to go. Before we get too much deeper into this one, I'm going to turn it over and let head coach Tyler Jurich talk about this and explain exactly what's coming up here, as obviously lots going on. We'll see what comes of all this with the teams getting set to take the ice, and when we come back, it'll be time for puck drop. Hello and welcome into the second ever Coaches Show, this time live from Sarah, Pennsylvania and Callier's Barbecue. Yeah. We're here with head coach Tyler Jurich, assistant coach MJ Merkel, and guys, obviously off to a great start at home. Got another home game tomorrow. What was it like getting the first win in First Arena this year?
Obviously, you know, we're going to be seeing Binghamton a lot this year. You know, we know it's going to be a tough game every time we play them, and we know those wins are important, so we're excited about it.
And that's great, but I was asking about the first win, when we beat Watertown 4-0.
I mean, Watertown's always nice, beating them, being in our division, but I mean, at the same time, we lost them in our preseason games, so
Certainly
we're
did.
just continuing to get better every day. So, yeah.
And talking about getting better every day, obviously, MJ, we didn't get a chance to talk to you at the first coaches show. Your first year stepping in here into the assistant role, kind of full-time being your thing. What's it been like for you to adapt from the game to now being behind the bench and not participating as much?
You know, like the players, I mean, us as coaches, we learn something new every day. You know, kind of figuring out how the boys kind of adapt to, you know, things we say and, you know, expecting them and setting standards. You know, it's been an adjustment, but I think we're transitioning nice as a group.
And Coach, obviously, again, we talked last week about what these kind of wins at First Arena meant. Obviously, with your history at First Arena, the present day now iteration of the Elmira professional hockey, what did it mean to you to chalk up that first W on the board in your head coaching career?
Yeah, no, it was great. Obviously, proud of the group. We had played a great team game.
That's why we're wearing mics. Go ahead, keep speaking.
We had a great team game. You know, it's a knowledgeable fan base, so winning at home, you know, where we kind of control how many fans are in that building each night, so it was a great start.
And speaking of, obviously, the fan support, obviously, you guys have been in the community a lot. You're getting out in the community again this weekend, all 3 days. Days off, supposedly, but Friday night we've got trunk or treat. Saturday night we're going to be right back up the road here in Waverly on the Waverly Parade. And then on Sunday, carving pumpkins with the River Sharks. What's it been like for the community and getting out in the community and doing different things, even like here tonight's coaches show?
I mean, we want to try to be involved as much as we can this year. Obviously, last year was a bit lacking with community involvement and, you know, honestly, just providing a good team. We feel like we have a much better team and a much better product to present to the community, and, you know, we want to do as much as we can.
Yeah, I mean, the events is honestly the most fun part about minor league hockey. So, I mean, the more stuff we do, the better, you know, get more fans, new fans, whatever it might be. So I think all the guys are having a blast. It's a good group. So.
And as you built the group, obviously, the last couple of days have obviously been tough getting that roster down to the bare bones as we look at it. And how hard has that been for you guys? Obviously, this is your first time going through something like that where you've had to kind of officially find a roster. What's that been like for you guys?
Yeah, no, it's definitely an adjustment for me, obviously, playing all the years now, being on the coaching side. But, you know, the players that we had to get rid of are going to do well in this league somewhere. So I'm definitely pleased with what we have here, and we're going to roll with this and hopefully keep this team together as long as we can. You know, where it's like I've said it a million times, the culture is most important, and we're just trying to build that here.
Yeah, not much more to add on that. Obviously, a lot of these guys are making the jump to pro this year, so just offering up any bit of knowledge that we have to help them transition into that is I think, is going to be huge for them. So we're trying to provide as much as we can.
Well, a week ago, we were kind of talking about getting the firsts out of the way and obviously how important that is. And Kuna Jackson coming up with the big first goal in franchise history, and then Ryan Fritz scoring the first one there at home. Knocking these things out, and especially first shutout there for Spencer Kozlowski. What's it mean to you guys to just keep checking off numbers each time you get on the ice?
It means, honestly, we're probably ahead of schedule with people in the league think. But, you know, taking this job and all that, I knew we were going to have a winning team, and we're going to get better every day. Just seeing their attitudes and how much fun they're having and all the things we've been doing each day. I'm really excited to see where we are in 2 months, 3 months, you know, in playoff time. So it's great.
Yeah, and we couldn't be happier for all the guys, honestly. You know, all three of them being younger guys, not with a whole lot of games under their belt. You know, we couldn't be happier for them.
Awesome. And now, obviously, we've seen this is a team that's kind of representative of the culture of Elmira, if you will. It's a hardworking, blue-collar team that comes out and is willing to throw the body around a little bit more, as we saw in the last couple games. Is that kind of the DNA you guys were going for when you were building this organization?
Yeah, I mean, that's really the only way you win in this league. If you're not sacrificing your body, you're not playing as a team, you know, you're not going to win. You're just not. It doesn't matter how much skill you have. So, I mean, if you're a knowledgeable hockey fan and you watch the game the other night, it was a team win. There wasn't anything pretty about it. So that's what we like to see.
I mean, there's not much more to add on that. That's about it.
We'll talk to you about that. Obviously, I want to go back to one other thing that happened post-game. You talk about having fun and the guys having fun. You look at what happened after the game. The skits are back. Fans are commenting about that. Haven't seen those since the days of, I think, the colors that are on your hat there, Coach. But now seeing that back and that type of atmosphere, the obvious joy in the players playing the game, what does that mean to you guys as coaching staff?
It was great. They only had to be told once about 2 weeks ago to do something fun. And they did it. And it was fun, and the fans loved it. All the fans stayed. I mean, toward the end of the game, we scored that empty net goal. You know, the fans were getting really into it, and, you know, it just brings you back to the Enforcer days, and we know how juiced that place can get. And it's going to happen again soon. We're just going to put a good product on the ice. Guys are going to play hard, and, you know, when we win a game, we're going to have fun after it's center ice, and the fans are going to stick around. So can't ask for much more. That's what it's all about. It's fun.
Yeah, anything we can do to bring just a little more energy to the games, you know, obviously we're going to explore those options. So I think it's great to get the fans involved with something at the end of the games and, you know, move from there.
Well, as we look ahead a little bit here now, obviously tomorrow night going right into another game here. The Binghamton Black Bears, a team that was a little bit of a struggle a couple weeks ago now. But when we look at things, obviously this roster is well turned over, I have to put it plainly. When you look at that, and obviously Binghamton's got a little bit of a different look too after some send-downs from other leagues. How do you guys work on preparing it, and how much do you put into that first game, the game tape and doing all that when rosters have changed so significantly in just a short amount of time?
Yeah, we know. I mean, obviously, you know, the environment we were in, guys playing their first game in Binghamton, you know, we lost 7-3. It didn't have to be that bad. I thought there was definitely some positives, and we took those positives in the Watertown game, and, you know, they got a lot of good players back, and they have a good team. So, I mean, it's going to be a tough game every time we play them, but, you know, we prepared this week in practice, and as long as we play our game and do what we have to do, you know, every game will be fine.
Yeah, like we said, we continue to get better every day, and we feel a lot more confident than we did the first time we played Binghamton. So, you know, we're looking forward to tomorrow night.
I have to ask, because I ask this of every coach, but when you're looking at the schedule, and I mean, you guys have had an odd one to start off. 1 game a week for your first 3 weeks of the season. That's pretty unheard of at this level, to say the least. And,
never done before.
Yeah, and obviously, we talked about checking off things, and that was one of them. But again, now you guys have played a single game 2 weeks ago, a single game last week, and now this will be your 3rd straight week of single game play, but it's a midweek game. How does that alter preparation? How does that change the way that you guys get ready for a game?
I think normally it may be a little bit different, but since we've only played a couple games, I think they're just very excited to get it going. Just these early season games are just saving our energy for the 4-4 we have, so it's good. We're excited.
Well, there you heard it straight from the Coaches Show. Make sure you come out this coming Wednesday. We'll be at Mooney's up in the Arnott Mall, so make sure you head on up to Mooney's this coming Wednesday. Going to be a heck of a good time. It's time for puck drop, folks. As Ivashkin, Anderson, and Connor Smith out there with Daniel Stone and Brandon Stanko. As that puck went back, Ivashkin takes a quick beat. Binghamton right back on the attack as they try to pick up where they left off just 2 short weeks ago. Stavros Soilis chasing, but Stone gets there first. Binghamton takes possession and will start out the other way. A quick flip up there at center ice. Back to get it goes Rasmus Ast. Ast banked off the board. Soilis tries to chop at it, can't control. Now he gets it to move. Takes it back towards his own zone. Soilis harassed there by Stanko. Back in comes Soilis in. Onside, looking, shooting, save. Bounces out in the front, just didn't find a man. Has now Cameron Yarwood back on the ice. Didn't see him in the Watertown game. That puck is chopped back in by Luke Richards. He'll go off for a change as Stone goes back to get it. Binghamton has time as Elmira finishes up a line change. The Black Bears will make a change of their own. As trying to move this puck out quickly. Stone with it behind his own net. Banks it off the boards, right back to center ice. A little bit of trouble controlling as Justin Samaro trying to move that puck along. Does get it out to center. It's chopped back down by Cooner Jackson. And that'll be thrown in by the newest member of the River Sharks, Lari Vartiainen. He's going to be an interesting addition to keep an eye on here tonight for the River Sharks. Vartiainen steps right in, comes up with the puck, takes it, sends it back to the point, finds Cameron Yarwood. Yarwood with a shot, deflected and into the goaltender. Nick Gullo was right there at the front of the net. 18:46 to go, 2 shots on goal, both for the River Sharks. You like to see that early after a tough game back in Binghamton 2 weeks ago. Marty Muka take the draw. That puck is dropped, won back by Binghamton again. Binghamton did have a great edge on the faceoff circle as well that night in the old Binghamton Arena. Samaro chasing it down, back behind the net. He's got possession, throws it out towards the front. Little trouble in the front, and that one's up and into the padding and pushed away. Right back towards the front. Another stop, another save, and a huge stop there for Spencer Kozlowski. Chopping away at that was Gamzatov. He was right there at the side of the net. Luckily for Elmira, their big number one has been a huge number one for him so far here in the third game of the season. 18:27 to go, still 0-0. The River Sharks looking for a face-off win. Not going to get it there. It'll be won back by Binghamton again. Quickly goes back behind the net. Gamzatov has it. Taking a look out towards the front. Still with possession. Gamzatov moving it along the boards. Finds his line mate, Samaro. Samaro back towards the point. Big wind-up, a shot, a kick save. That timing covered up. Not taking any chances, Kozlowski. The River Sharks know the Black Bear is going to come at you and keep coming. They don't retreat. Again, want to thank everybody for tuning in early, catching the coaches show, hearing all the fun we had down there at Collier's Barbecue. Quite the place. River Sharks going to lose that draw again. Binghamton regains possession, passes along the sideboards. So another shot, kicked up right in the air. Kozlowski makes the save on the top of his net. Excellent play there, Spencer Kozlowski. Well, as we get ready for the World Series here, I guess that's appropriate. 18:03 to go, period number one. And now, puck is dropped, pushed forward again, and again, Elmira struggling to get control. Now they get it, hustle it out of the zone, a quick flip ahead, up on the chase. Thrown towards the front, a shot, it can't get the shot off, as another new addition to the lineup, Brett Parker was there for it. Thrown back down low, back on the chase. It's Bowman. Bowman, he's rubbed off, hasn't even touched the puck yet, is now Bowman trying to kick it towards his teammate. He gets knocked off as Lewis picks it up for Binghamton. Lewis hustling it out. Flipped through the neutral zone. Quick play back towards the red line as Elmira continues to try to move that puck forward. It's into the zone off of JT Walters, and it'll be stopped right there. Walters, some Elmira connections here as that puck skitters back down low. Back to get it again. Luke Richards was pinching. That puck kept in the zone momentarily. Walters will move it out as the River Sharks dig. Three men all bunched up there as Ivashkin goes back to play. He puts a pass just beyond his defender, as that was Jesse Anderson back there. Puck played back down low, trying to roll it around the boards. Flip back to center ice where Rasmus Asp will kick at it, can't control it. Stanko sends it to his winger, thrown towards the front, goes just wide of the net. Again, Binghamton with some speed, trying to move this puck up quickly. Instead, it's Soilis getting it out of the zone, throws it over the top of the net. That puck will bounce around. Lucchese's there, slaps it back towards the front, looking, shooting, and a save as Egbert comes up. Nolan Egbert, he's got one decision this year. That win over Binghamton has allowed 3 goals. Against Binghamton, in Binghamton over Elmira. As now, 16:41 to go. Still tied at 0-0. Puck trying to be moved ahead, back to get it. Binghamton wraps it around the boards. Kuna Jackson there to stop it for a moment, keeps it in the zone. As was Vartiainen, just couldn't get his stick on it. That puck rolling around the boards again. Elmira able to keep it deeper in the zone. Played back, Weber. Weber, he's taken off the puck. Lifts Muka's stick. Move back along as Weber will get it back. Weber on the opposite side, throwing that one back to center ice. Kuna Jackson will turn. Kuna takes it back behind his goal. He had 2 goals against Binghamton in that previous meeting. Right up back towards the front. Shot deflected, goes just wide. Kuna Jackson with a nice stick. Flipped ahead. Vartiainen looks up, feeds that puck. He got the red line. Referee said no icing. Binghamton still acted as though there might be. Nick Gullo trying to keep an eye on the puck there as that puck's banked along the boards. Trying to play it out. It's pinned again. Yarwood with the pinch as Elmira looking to make a quick line change here. Back out the other way comes Ivashkin. Ivashkin, he takes a rough ride that time as Pozar puts him into the boards. Again, it's flipped towards the middle. Played out. Puck chipped aside. Another opportunity for Binghamton, kicked wide. And Nick Gullo going to chase it down. Gullo right back out. Gets it out of the zone. Stone will go back to play. Stone with a quick pass across. Binghamton trying to set it up. Breaking into the zone they come. Fired, shot right into the gut, and that'll be covered up. 15:23 to go. We're almost 5 minutes into this one. Still tied 0-0. Again, midweek game. Always interesting to see what will come of that. Face off to the right-hand side this time as Kozlowski gets set. Puck is dropped. Binghamton wins it to the boards, back to the point, and again, quickly right back down below the goal line. You can see how Binghamton likes to play. Poke checked along the boards, trying to move it along. They will get it up the sideboards, and now Elmira hustles out the other way. With some speed, quickly up ahead was Bowman, up to Parker, now into the zone. Posar cuts wide, trying to get around the defender. He loses the puck. It's still underneath the man as Binghamton will retake possession. Fed back behind the net. On the chase, Elijah Wilson, after the Binghamton defender stumbles, back to get it, right back towards the middle, trying to find his man Brett Parker out in front, but Binghamton will resume. Yamsatov has it. Little pass off down as Posar will chase. Posar, he gets a rough ride and he's going to draw a penalty. Back to get it goes Parker. Parker has possession as Parker taking a long look, feeds it back behind to his defenseman. Looking for a quick up here. Elijah Wilson was banging his stick. Delayed penalty coming, and that means that the River Sharks are going to be the first on the man advantage. Little flip pass there towards the front. Passed out, and that'll be touched up by Binghamton, and that'll bring us to our first power play of the game. As a lot of talking down there on the bench. Looks like, so there is a media timeout. Interference is going to be the call. As we'll see, it looks like it's going to be Dustin Gesso. Gesso goes to the box. Interference is the call. 14-17 to go. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. Our first media timeout.
For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health, and Arnett has counted on you too. You're our community, our purpose, our passion. You're the reason we do what we do, because giving our patients the best of ourselves is just who we are. Staying on the cutting edge while staying connected to our patients, focusing on state-of-the-art procedures and the most effective care. That's why we're here. It's who we are. It's what we do.
The temperature outside is dropping, but the certificate rates at IRFCU are on the rise. If you are looking to stash away some cash, make it work for you. Check out the certificate rates here at Ingersoll Rand Federal Credit Union by visiting us online at IngersollRandFCU.com. Members can open a share certificate right from their mobile app or through our
All right, and with that, we are back. River Sharks power play. One back. That'll fade all the way back down. As back to get it goes Kozlowski. Kozlowski leaves it there for Yarwood. Yarwood trying to take it back behind the net. Drops a pass off there. Trying to work this puck back out. It's Yarwood with it again. Yarwood looking. Turns. Throws up to Vartiainen. Quick pass up. Into the zone come the River Sharks. Dumping that one in. Haven't got it set up yet as JT Walters will dump all the way back down. Kozlowski. Good read on it. Keeps that puck moving. Minute and a half to go here in the man advantage. Plays that puck to the sideboards. Hustling it back out. Marty Muka. Muka can't get it in the zone. It's swatted away from him, and Vartiainen will turn around. Needs zone entry here if you're the River Sharks. Quick up to Muka. Muka back towards the blue line, and again chopped away. Vartiainen took a little bit of a hit up high there with the stick as that puck's brought back to center ice. Passed across to Cam Yarwood. Yarwood turning. He waits and takes a long look. Yarwood continues to circle in his own zone. Little drop pass back. Quick line change there after a minute of the power play. Here comes Luke Richards. Richards cutting to the sideboards. He dumps it in. Takes a stick for his trouble. Crowd here in Elmira didn't care for that one too much, and they'll have to retreat all the way back down. Kozlowski leaves it back. 45 seconds to go on the man advantage. Little drop pass, and Elijah Wilson just had that one go off of a Black Bear player. Puck's pinned to the boards. 3 River Sharks in there digging for it. It is a feeding frenzy right now. Picked up, but can't get it out as Kirkby moves that puck back down lower. Yarwood with it. Fired along to his defensive partner. Looking up ice. Last 25 of the power play. River Sharks taking their time. Too much time here as it continues to tick away. Last 15 seconds of the man advantage. Elmira trying to hustle it back out the other way. Over the red line, banks it off the boards. Banks down low as the goaltender plays it. That's Egbert. Poked along. Luke Richards is there. Richards turning. He's got time. Finds Soilis. Soilis back to Richards. Top of the circle. Fires it wide. Bounces wide again, and the penalty has come to an end. Shot towards the net, and it's gloved back down. 12:10 to go, and the River Sharks, unfortunately, not able to do anything on the man advantage. So, face-off. Coming back down to the left-hand side of the netminder as Nolan Egbert has faced just 5 shots so far here in the first almost 8 minutes of play. Lots of talking here for the Black Bears. Puck is won back again by Binghamton. Binghamton has been far superior in the face-off circle once again. That's going to be something to keep an eye on as the play continues. Puck moved back ahead. Flip back, trying to play it off. It's Rasmus Asp with it again. Asp dumps that puck in, and the River Sharks will have to chase. Back behind again for Stone. As the puck continues to move around. Puck moves back into the zone, played off there by Kozlowski. As again, the River Sharks trying to hustle this one up. Soilus couldn't control Stone, manages to keep it in the zone. Evashkin with it now. He's rubbed off by Rasmus Asp. Back to get it. Ford, his defensive partner, trying to push it back ahead. It's in the skates, as it does get out of the zone that time. Played back to center ice. Banged quickly back up. Evashkin up to Smith. Smith avoids a check, dumps that puck down deeper, however. Elmira will bank it off the board. Stone jumping in the air, stops that one. Kicked aside one more time by Kozlowski. As again, that puck picked back off by the River Sharks. Thrown back to the blue line, but again failing to clear. Thrown back towards the net. Saved there by Ford, and now here comes the captain. Stavros Soilus comes in, has nobody with him, has to just throw it ahead, and he'll go off for a change. Anderson back to play. Anderson quickly up the far side boards. Binghamton trying to move it out. It's Stanko back up the near side boards now, as Gamzatov was tied up with his man, Cam Yarwood, and that puck just gets dumped in. Elmira moving it around. Gets it to Yarwood on the near side boards. Yarwood quickly up ahead. Moving it ahead. Back in comes Yarwood. Yarwood cutting wide. The defenseman throwing it towards the middle, but nobody there. Another opportunity and a play right in front. Couldn't bury it. An excellent chance there for the River Sharks. Swatting at it. The River Sharks come away with it. And back the other way. Hustling back in. It's a good move. Wilson Deeks has it poke checked away from him. Elijah Wilson run into the boards. River Sharks trying to get there again. Do manage to come away with it. As some trouble controlling there. Robinson couldn't quite get the puck back. That'll be dumped back into the River Shark end. No icing as Pozar comes to get it. Pozar back behind his own net. Taking a long look, surveying the situation. And again, back behind. Fired up. Just missed it as Weber will go back to play it. Back at his own blue line, take that puck into his own end. He'll try to set things up here for the Black Bears. Back to center ice. Pozar swats at it, gets it back in the zone. River Sharks get onside as Gullo finally touches up. And now the Black Bears chasing. Binghamton trying to find their way out of the zone. River Sharks have done a little bit better with zone time possession here tonight so far in the first period of this one. Played back out as the River Sharks turning it around. Quick feed ahead. Played into the zone. Vartiainen gets it in there. Pozar steps up, keeps the zone, dumps it down in the corner. Nick Gullo on the chase. Gullo, he's tied up, run into the boards. Gullo still trying to chase it as the stick got out of the defenseman's hands. Poke checked ahead. Pozar couldn't keep it at the blue line. It's flipped ahead. Played smartly there by Lewis. Breaking in a shot. That one's off the post. And the River Sharks will start back up with numbers. 3-on-2 back the other way. Vartiainen. Quick stop, but gets it in the offensive zone. River Sharks out of gas. They're going to have to make a line change here. Under 9 minutes to go here in the first period of play. Big hit on Thompson as the puck kicked along the near side boards. Sharks are there. Again, kicking it ahead. Vartiainen flips it out of the zone. Not far deep enough to get a line change as Stone hustles it the other way. Right back out. Binghamton into the zone. It's Evashkin cutting wide, looking for a lane. He shoots to the front. A shot, a save, and a huge stop there once again by Kozlowski. Looking ahead, Elmira trying to hustle it back out. Soilus banks it off the boards. That's going to have the distance and will be touched up for icing by Anderson. That'll take us to our second media timeout. 8:24 to go. 0-0 shots on goal favoring the Black Bears. 7-6. You're listening to River Sharks Hockey here on Mixlr.com and YouTube.
It's a place of extraordinary education. It's where heroes begin and potential is realized. A place of purpose and dedication. A devotion to learning, to pushing the boundaries of our understanding of medicine. It's our purpose, our mission, to prepare our students for the uncertain future, to keep asking new questions, to find new answers. This is LECOM. We make doctors. It's time to get to work.
At Collier's, we take pride in delivering great barbecue every day. Our slow-cooked, smoky-flavored home cooking is a favorite among young and old. From signature spare ribs and baby back ribs to brisket and chicken. But did you know that Collier's caters too? We offer a full range of catering options to suit any event, from wedding and corporate events to graduation parties, retirement and backyard barbecues, and pig roasts. If you have an event coming up, give us a call. We're now booking for the 2024 season. At Collier's, we do great barbecue, and that's just the beginning. Call today and book your next event with Rhea at 570-888-2927 for Collier's.
All right, and with that, we are back here live on YouTube and on Mixler.com, your home for River Sharks hockey all season long. Good look here as a midweek game, always a little bit of a struggle for the towns here in the FPHL. But a good crowd here out tonight supporting their River Sharks, as you may or may not have heard over the break there. 8:24 left to go in period number 1. As they try to get this lineup set. Now they've got it. Black Bears win the draw. Right back for it goes Nick Gullo. Hustling, using his speed. 3-on-2 back the other way. A little trouble for Soilers, who couldn't get a stick on that one. Puck played across as the Binghamton Black Bears defenseman play catch. Get that back to center ice and hustle it right back the other way. Connor Smith in, looking, deking, shooting, and it's stopped quickly there. An excellent play once again by the River Sharks defense. Right back out to center ice it goes. Flipping that puck ahead again as Binghamton trying to get it set up. If Ashkin couldn't chop it back down, so Asp will. Asp over the red line, dumping that one in, and Stone just avoided taking too much of that puck. Stone picks it up behind his own net. Up to Ashkin, moving it right back to Stone. Deep in the Black Bear territory. Black Bears trying to set something up. Clearly a different look than they had back in Binghamton just 2 short weeks ago. Look back, banked off the boards. Rasmus Asp has time. Flipped around. Cooper Bowman going to pick it up instead. Trying to move this puck up ahead was Ford. Ford sends it back to Asp. Asp moving ahead again. Little chip pass in there by Brett Parker. Parker again in his first game action for the River Sharks. He's been here working out with the team. Came in with a little bit of an injury. Right back up. Quick pass by Binghamton looking for a lane. Poke checked away as again some trouble. Jessow trying to move it along. Having some trouble controlling. Finds it back to the defense. Another opportunity here for the Black Bears. Goes wide. Comes all the way back to JT Walters at the point. He'll send it back down below the goal line. Jessow lets it go. Now Asp is on the chase. No, he lets it go. Lucchese was there. Asp back to the blue line and again failing to clear. Puck comes over to the near side boards. Jessow is there. He's taken off. Hard ride by Brett Parker. Jessow still with possession. A shot. Saved. Chopped at in front. I don't think Gavin Sostov got anything on it. But with 6:42 to go, starting to see a little bit more of the tried and true Binghamton method here. Shots on goal 9-6 in favor of the Black Bears at the moment. Again, face off to the left-hand side of Kozlowski. Kirkby set to take the draw for Binghamton. Muka trying to win that draw back. Can't do it. It goes back to Walters at the point. Back to the sideboards. It's Lewis. Lewis back for Walters. Walters all the way across now to his defensive partner. Banked off a skate. Picking it up is Vartiainen. He gets it out of the zone. Fails to do more than that as Walters does get it up off of Lewis, and it'll be banked to Elijah Wilson. Right back ahead it goes. Dumping that off. Muka on the chase. Muka couldn't come up with it. Vartiainen now chasing it down as Walters gets it up the far side boards. Kept in there. Wilson over and ahead. Trying to get it to Vartiainen. Couldn't do anything with it. Muka is there. Trying to knock that one down. Puck played ahead. Banked off the boards. Still moved forward by Binghamton. A big hit there by Yarwood. And back out the other way it comes. Hustling it back in. It's Anderson. He gets taken off the puck. The River Sharks send it wide. Less than 6 to go. Muka wrapping that one around the boards as the rest of his line gets a line change. Hustling it ahead now. The River Sharks beat their man to it, as that was the captain, Stavros Soilis. It'll be moved up to Stanko, however, for Binghamton, and right back out to Ivashkin. Ivashkin cutting wide. He's got a partner. Looking for a lane. Cuts wide. He's taken off, thrown towards the front, and couldn't get stick on puck, as Soilis will wrap it around the boards. Some trouble here, as puck continues to move in the Elmira zone. Chopped ahead, moved back towards the point. Lucchese couldn't get it out. Another shot deflected just wide. Back to the point to Weber. Weber back down to the hash marks, taking a look. Fed in towards the front, chopped away again. Another beautiful play there by the River Sharks, and out comes Stavros Soilis. Gets it to the blue line and once again fails to clear. Black Bears keeping control of the zone, but now on a slap shot, it'll come out of the zone finally. A little bit of luck there for the River Sharks, aching for a line change as Boslard couldn't control it. Now Stanko is there. He takes a rough ride from Richards. Move back ahead quickly. Into the zone it goes. Nice play there by Nick Gullo as he got hit. As that puck goes in towards the near side boards, it's Avashkin with it again. Poke checked ahead as Richards couldn't get a stick on it. Weber back behind the net. 4:45 to go, period number 1. Long look here as Weber takes his time. Head up the near side boards. And falling down. And that's not a great penalty there for the River Sharks to take. It's going to be a trip. And it looks like it's going to go against Nick Gullo. We will go to the... No, excuse me. My apologies. As that one's going to go to Cooper Bowman. As now we go to the final media timeout of the period. 4:35 to go. And that means we're going to go to the Vincenzo's Pizzeria penalty kill when we come back. You're listening to River Sharks Hockey here on Mixlr.com.
Certificate rates at IRFCU are on the rise. If you are looking to stash away some cash, make it work for you. Check out the certificate rates here at Ingersoll Rand Federal Credit Union by visiting us online at IngersollRandFCU.com. Members can open a share certificate right from their mobile app or through our online banking platform. Saving has never been easier. Make your money work for you at IRFCU.
All right, so with that, we are back here live. So Bowman will take the 2-minute minor. With 4:35 to go, the River Sharks have to do something that not easy against these Black Bears. Waiting for the puck to drop. Parker going to lose that draw, and Binghamton will start with possession. Thompson with it now, looking for a lane. Passes to the slot. A backhander up and over the top of the net. Back again it goes. Trying to play it around. This is Andrew Logar. Back to the point again. Anderson. Pass across. Thompson with a shot. Deflects off of the netminder. Right back towards the front. Some trouble playing it off. Now they get it to the blue line, but again can't clear. Passed aside. Thompson again. A shot. Save. Back towards the front. Trying to pick that puck off and can't control it. Thompson will have to squeeze back in down to the hash marks now for the defenseman. Back again to the point to Anderson. Jesse Anderson moving. Back to Thompson. Thompson winds, fires, and it's saved. Don't know where that puck went. Luckily, the netminder found it. Spencer Kozlowski coming up big. 37 seconds into this one. So 3:58 to go in period number 1. Still scoreless here in Elmira in the Shark Tank. Vincenzo's Pizzeria penalty kill. As Kirkby going to take the draw this time. Puck is dropped. One back that time by the River Sharks. Back to get it. Wrapped around. Kuna Jackson. Fed up and out of the zone quickly. Thompson plays it back to Anderson again. Playing it back behind. Some trouble hustling this puck up. Thompson hustling it in. Kirkby had his stick taken away. Thompson, backhander up and around the boards. Tyson Kirkby picks it up. Plays back again to the point. Thompson, who's been out here so far for the entire penalty kill, or power play, my apologies. 58 seconds remaining. As again, this puck continues to be held up in the corner, just where the River Sharks would like to keep it, as that's banked back down below the goal line. Again, a chance here for the Black Bears as they continue to work that puck around. Play it along the sideboards. Trying to play it up, a big hit there, as Kuna Jackson trying to get things going. River Sharks chasing that puck as it goes back to the point. Anderson back down low again. Binghamton trying to get it set up. Looking back towards Anderson at the point. Fed across the middle, looking for the one-timer, couldn't get it, and now the River Sharks will get it 200 feet down the ice. 20 seconds to go on the kill. That puck's left back behind. 2 minutes, 48 seconds to go in the period. 13 seconds to go on the kill for the River Sharks. Obviously a piece of pride for the River Sharks as the penalty kill has been very, very good early on. Stanko lost control. Smith and Stanko both looking at the puck. Neither one of them takes it. Penalty kill has come to an end. Big hit there and move back ahead. Here comes the River Sharks captain, Stavros Soilis. Gets into the zone, sidesteps a man, still has the puck, looking towards the front, deflected and can't get it to go, throws it on net, and again, sits out in front of the net, but nobody there. White jerseys pick it up, 3-on-2 back the other way for Binghamton. Big hit along the sideboard, you'll love to see that, Erasmus Asp. Looking for a lane to get that puck back out of the zone. 2:08 left to go in the period. Fed off, Cooper Bowman, fresh out of the sin bin. As that puck gets back to center ice, River Sharks will make a line change. Back again to get it, Boyslard. Boyslard takes a long look, feeds it off the boards for Avashkin. Avashkin back for it, throws it up ahead quickly. It's Jessow. Jessow, he's run off. Puck is picked off by Elmira, flip back to center ice. Binghamton caught in the middle of a change. Anderson will have to go back to play. He's harassed quickly back there. Puck gets loose, looking for a lane. 2 white jerseys on the 1 gray. And now it's 3 white jerseys. There's now some River Sharks in support. Fed back down low, trying to play this puck out. Yarwood is down very deep in the zone. Continues to try to work that puck around and cannot as it's flipped back towards the slot area, but Jessow will pick it up. Jessow hustling after it as Noah Robinson, the lone man deep. Jessow goes back to get it. About 1:15 to go in the period. Long look there from Elijah Wilson. He thought about picking that puck. Back behind the goal it goes. Binghamton taking their time. 1:05 to go in the period. Hustled back out. Here comes Stone. Flipping it ahead. Big hit at center ice. You love to see that. Puck played wide. Looking. Puck deflected in front. Still loose. Trying to get it away. They do and get it out of the zone. 50 seconds remaining in the first period. As Jessow having to wait for his team to get onside. Black Bear short a man as one guy has a helmet. Now we got a fight here at center ice. Robinson drops the gloves. 1, 2, takes his man down. Continues to throw. Robinson now getting it. No, they're down. Cheap play from the Binghamton player there to jump on him. Don't like to see that from Justin Samaro. He had gone down already and then started punching from his knee. This rivalry is going to ignite. And plays like that, that's how it's going to get started right there. So Noah Robinson adding to his penalty minute totals, gives him his first 5 of the season. 42.6 seconds to go here in the first period. Shots on goal now 12-6 in favor of the Black Bears. Soilis getting an explanation from the official as we'll wait and see here where everything shakes out. As it looks like the faceoff going to come down in the River Sharks offensive zone. Soilis going into the box now to talk to Noah Robinson. 42.6 to go here, period number 1. It does look like actually they're going to bring it outside the zone right in front of the Binghamton bench. 42.6 to go, and you hear the River Sharks across the way banging the boards. Muka is out there, 5-on-5 hockey, as that puck's won back. River Sharks take advantage and trying to hustle that puck back along. Elijah Wilson dumping it in on net. Played back behind for JT Walters. Walters trying to quick up that to Lewis. Lewis trying to cut through, but he has his stick lifted. Nice play there by Muka, but now Binghamton hustles it back in. It's Thompson cutting wide, putting it through to the slot, a shot over the top of the net. And that'll go in towards the boards. Elmira gets it back to center ice. Now hustling it out the other way. Here comes Nick Gullo. Gullo looking for help. He's got 2 players with him now. Pass across Muka, back across, shot, goal! A tic-tac-toe play. You love to see it. Absolutely exciting to watch as Elijah Wilson makes it a 1-0 game here. So, Elijah Wilson with a beauty. Excellent play there, tic-tac-toe. See it again, here it is. Little pass across, Wilson just catches it in his feet, still has time to put it behind the netminder. Puck is won back. Dump back in, 7 seconds left to go. Puck is back behind the net. Binghamton taking a look up at the clock, last 2 seconds of the period. And that's going to do it for period number 1. Spencer Kozlowski gets his humongous effort rewarded as the Sharks bury one late in the first period, and it's 1-0 as we head to period number 2. Overall, in the first period, both sides, we got a chance to see the special teams working. Both penalty kills remain perfect, and you know that's an interesting look to say the least, as these 2 squads, they're going to have to see how things all work. They're still kind of forming what they've got as a team, and now that both sides have had an opportunity to take a look at what's out there, what they've formed this final roster to look like, you got to be happy with what you're seeing here out of the River Sharks early. Now, again, we've got lots still to come here. Still 2 periods of play. Next period going to be the period of the long change. So we'll have to see what the River Sharks can dial up for that. But as for right now, you're listening to Elmira River Sharks Hockey here on Mixlr.com, your home for River Sharks Hockey all season long. We'll step aside. When we come back, we will be looking forward to what comes next. That's right, period number 2. And, yeah, like I said, we'll be back after this here on Mixlr.com, your home for Elmira River Sharks Hockey all season long.
Hockey is back. Your Elmira River Sharks take on the Motor City Rockers Friday, November 3rd and Saturday, November 4th. On Friday, November 3rd at 7:05 p.m., the River Sharks get their first look at the Rockers and will look to turn the music down. On Saturday, November 4th at 6:07 p.m., the series continues, and don't miss out on all the action at the First Arena. Go online to Ticketmaster or call the box office at 607-734-POP. River Sharks Hockey. Fear the fin.
For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health, and Arnett has counted on you too. You're our community, our purpose, our passion. You're the reason we do what we do, because giving our patients the best of ourselves is just who we are. Staying on the cutting edge while staying connected to our patients, focusing on state-of-the-art procedures and the most effective care. That's why we're here. It's who we are. It's what we do.
The temperature outside is dropping, but the certificate rates at IRFCU are on the rise. If you are looking to stash away some cash, make it work for you. Check out the certificate rates here at Ingersoll Rand Federal Credit Union by visiting us online at IngersollRandFCU.com. Members can open a share certificate right from their mobile app or through our online banking platform. Saving has never been easier. Make your money work for you at IRFCU.
It's a place of extraordinary education. It's where heroes begin and potential is realized. A place of purpose and dedication. A devotion to learning, to pushing the boundaries of our understanding of medicine. It's our purpose, our mission, to prepare our students for the uncertain future, to keep asking new questions, to find new answers. This is LECOM. We make doctors. It's time to get to work.
At Collier's, we take pride in delivering great barbecue every day. Our slow-cooked, smoky-flavored home cooking is a favorite among young and old. From signature spare ribs and baby back ribs to brisket and chicken. But did you know that Collier's caters too? We offer a full range of catering options to suit any event, from wedding and corporate events to graduation parties, retirement and backyard barbecues. At Collier's, we take pride if you have an event coming up, give us a call. We're now booking for the 2024 season. At Collier's, we do great barbecue, and that's just the beginning. Call today and book your next event with Rhea at 570-888-2927 for Collier's.
For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health. Counted on us to heal you, support you, encourage you, get you back on your feet. And for more than a century, Arnett has counted on you too. You're our community, our purpose, our passion. You're the reason we do what we do. Because giving our patients the best of ourselves is just who we are. Looking forward while embracing our legacy. Staying on the cutting edge while staying connected to our patients. Focusing on state-of-the-art procedures and the doctors and teams of other caregivers inspired by healing. We know your physical, emotional, and spiritual health are each part of the whole of you. To continue a tradition of medicine driven by compassion, teaching, and healing. That's why we're here. It's who we are. It's what we do.
Kuno, welcome on in.
Make sure they see your outfit. You're live.
You're live on YouTube. We saw the look a couple days ago here at the Southside Fire Department. A couple days ago, you were sporting everything back there too. That's the comfort outfit for you, or?
A little bit. Like over the summer, I've been doing a bit of chuck wagon racing, kind of horse riding.
Really?
Like that. So a little western back home, because I'm from Alberta.
Yeah.
It's pretty normal for, I guess, the people, family, and friends that I grew up around.
Gotcha. Is that kind of your off-season training regimen? Get on in there and...
I actually didn't skate over the summer. It's the same muscles, so...
Love that.
I was going to say, coaches, any
No complaints. He's done his job.
Yeah, like over the summer, like, I'll run, 5 kilometers or whatever every other day and keep myself like physically active, ride the bike, try to keep myself busy.
I haven't run 5 kilometers in my life, so we're you're doing that every day. But yeah, so obviously now you got your first couple games as a River Shark under your belt. What's it been like for you to get into the town, get to experience great places like Callier's here tonight, and get involved?
I honestly love all the little food places and stuff, like getting out to communities. Like, it's not a big town or city, which is like, I like the country, so it's a little quieter, which is nice. Kind of different from back home, but I'm liking it. The community is really nice, and all the fans and everyone we've, come across, and the little fans and even the little kids are all super nice when we come hang out and do events with the community. All comes together really nicely.
When you mentioned that, obviously this community is one of the stronger hockey communities, kind of in the area. What's it been like to kind of interact with them on that level, as knowledgeable as they seem to be throughout that time?
They seem to want to ask a lot of questions that we don't really know the answer to, and or so like they would be better for the coaches or stuff like that. So I just kind of tell them that we're just trying to get better day by day, and we're trying to be more involved in the community and be a positive impact and do what we can. I guess.
A couple weeks in, you already got the canned answers rolling. I love it.
Yeah.
And then obviously you've got the first game out of the way at First Arena. What was that experience like? Obviously that's a significant barn to play in here in the FPHL.
Yeah, one of the nice arenas I've played in, but for it to be the home arena for the River Sharks, and for me, I like it. I really love it. It's good.
Awesome.
I'm excited to see when we get a lot more fans in there, we start winning more games, and then when they really get loud, and excited to see how loud it really gets.
How loud does it get in there?
It gets very loud, extremely loud. It's an absolute blast. You get chills how loud it gets, so we'll get there.
2 goals there in the opener. What was that like for you to kind of get that going, especially as a defenseman, kind of jumping on there and helping out offensively and getting things going?
Yeah, it was pretty goals or block shots or putting my body on the line and play like defensively and trying to create offense is part of my game, and I like winning. So if I got the chance to shoot, I'm going to shoot, whether it's through a screen or bodies or for sticks for tips, or make a pass and take a hit to make a pass or make a play. I'll do whatever it takes to try and get a win.
Beautiful. Coaches, anything add in here?
He's been great. I mean, absolute pleasant surprise to have. Got him toward the end of the summer, so couldn't ask for a better guy, teammate, player. It's been great. I mean, he fits perfectly for what we're trying to get at here.
Yeah, does all the little things right, does the extra work, always asking if we need help doing things around the locker room. We honestly couldn't be more pleased with how Jackson's turned out. It's been great.
That's great. You audience here?
Questions?
How's it feel to get the first couple out of the way?
I was a little nervous at the start, like the exhibition game. I hadn't played like a competitive game in a little while. I'm not skating too much over the summer. It's nice to get it out of the way in the exhibition game, and then it was a little surreal to get the first for the River Sharks, and in my first pro game too as well.
Of course, in front of probably 4,000 people in Binghamton too. That must have felt good, right?
Yeah, it felt nice.
When talking about the preseason, that's not something we've seen, and we talked about that a little bit last week. But how much does that add, especially as a player? What does that add for you guys to kind of get the rust out, to get things going on that aspect?
Yeah, well, usually I feel like we skate a lot more and do a little more on our own time, and then it just kind of worked out that we ended up getting together a lot, and our training camp was, a couple skates a day, and we were working on systems and battle drills and like getting everything right out of the way. And,
for sure.
Putting in a good effort day in and day out for most guys.
Awesome. Well, you love to hear that. Well, Kuna Jackson, thank you so much. Appreciate you stopping by the Coaches Show here tonight.
Thanks.
It's River Sharks hockey. Now back to the action.
All right, well, there you heard it. Kuna Jackson talking about scoring the first 2 goals in River Sharks history. Obviously, a huge night for him against the Binghamton Black Bears back in Binghamton, New York at the Veterans Memorial Arena. But tonight, the big goal tonight has come at the tail end of the period, and you'll love to see that if you're the River Sharks. Obviously, a big game here against not only a divisional opponent, but somebody you're going to see a number of times throughout the season. So it's an interesting look, to say the least. And when you think about everybody else kind of edging into the season, you've got a big goal against a divisional opponent, and of course, someone who's obviously coming in and making a big impact, Elijah Wilson. We are live here in the First Arena in the Shark Tank. Fans, thank you so much for coming back on with us here on the broadcast. Certainly an interesting start to this one, as both sides got a chance to see the penalty kill work, the power play work, and obviously the River Sharks taking advantage with that Elijah Wilson goal late. This is a team that's going to come at you time and time again. We saw Binghamton. They were down early in the shots on goal and came fighting right back. Obviously, the shots on goal at the end of the period, not where the River Sharks want them to be. But as one of two games in the FPHL here tonight, obviously the River Sharks looking for chances, trying to find ways to correct the wrong that happened in Binghamton just 2 short weeks ago. Relying heavily on the netminder, Spencer Kozlowski. He has been absolutely fantastic for the River Sharks to start off this season. If you continue to see that type of play out of Spencer Kozlowski, there's no reason that this team not only will be a playoff team, but will be a competitive team fighting for the Commissioner's Cup at the end of the season. So fans, make sure you get out here to the Shark Tank. Check out what we've got going on at First Arena. 7 jersey auctions this year. I can't believe it. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Military Appreciation Night just a couple of short weeks away. Obviously, love that one. We're going to have a New Year's Day game. We're going to have a Super Bowl game, 1 p.m. Way to kick off a Super Bowl. You got to enjoy that. Valentine's Day right back here. Hockey for all night. Autism Awareness Night. It's going to be one thing after another, and you don't want to miss a minute of it. Again, come on down here to First Arena and see what we've got in store for you. So as we get going here, ready for the second period of play, the teams are getting ready down in the locker rooms. Obviously, the coaching staff, a lot to talk about in that first period. Special teams has really done a job so far, and now it's going to be up to the coaching staff to push that along and get things going, making sure that they find a way to keep things relevant, keep things going, and keep things strong out here on the playing surface. Obviously, it's a big, big matchup for these two, as both sides want to set the tone. 13 matchups after tonight. There's only going to be 11 left, and I say only. Obviously, that's a lot of matchups, but when you split it, your first 2 matchups, it's a 1-1 series. You got to enjoy that and keep pushing yourself to make a path to victory. That's what the message has to be from head coach Tyler Juritz. You know it's what it is from the head coach of Binghamton on the other side. We'll step aside when we come back. River Sharks 1, Black Bears 0.
Hockey is back. Your Elmira River Sharks take on the Motor City Rockers Friday, November 3rd and Saturday, November 4th. On Friday, November 3rd at 7:05 p.m., the River Sharks get their first look at the Rockers and will look to turn the music down. On Saturday, November 4th at 6:07 p.m., the series continues, and don't miss out on all the action at the First Arena. Go online to Ticketmaster or call the box office at 607-734-POP. River Sharks Hockey. Fear the thing.
For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health, and Arnett has counted on you too. You're our community, our purpose, our passion. You're the reason we do what we do, because giving our patients, focusing on state-of-the-art procedures, and the most effective care, that's why we're here. It's who we are. It's what we do.
The temperature outside is dropping, but the certificate rates at IRFCU are on the rise. If you are looking to stash away some cash, make it work for you. Check out the certificate rates here at Ingersoll Rand Federal Credit Union by visiting us online at IngersollRandFCU.com. Members can open a share certificate right from their mobile app or through our online banking platform. Saving has never been easier. Make your money work for you at IRFCU.
It's a place of extraordinary education. It's where heroes begin and potential is realized. A place of purpose and dedication. A devotion to learning, to pushing the boundaries of our understanding of medicine. It's our purpose, our mission, to prepare our students for the uncertain future, to keep asking new questions, to find new answers. This is LECOM. We make doctors. It's time to get to work.
At Collier's, we take pride in delivering great barbecue every day. Our slow-cooked, smoky-flavored home cooking is a favorite among young and old. From signature spare ribs and baby back ribs to brisket and chicken. But did you know that Collier's caters too? We offer a full range of catering options to suit any event. From wedding and corporate events to graduation partying up, give us a call.
That constantly attacks. So if you get hemmed in your own zone, that's going to be a problem because you can't and put pucks in the back of the net again. got to ride that momentum. That's what it's got to be all about, is momentum here early as they finish putting the nets on over here to my right and to my left. So in this period, the River Sharks in their home Grays here on Wednesday next week, we will be hanging out at Mooney's. And Mooney's certainly a fun place to be. So I know some of you would have seen the Facebook challenge the other day, and I certainly had a fun time. So I hope everybody got a kick out of out of that. And again, we're going to keep things rocking and rolling here as things continue to move along. We're waiting on something. I'm not sure if they're giving the ice an extra minute here or what the situation is with that. So, again, lots of fun, lots of excitement, but it's time for puck drop on period 2. Luke Richards set to take the draw. He wins it back from Stanko. And now again, we'll go right back to work. Puck pushed ahead. Elmira right back into the zone quickly. Fired, and that's over the top of the net. Excellent play there by the assistant captain. Flipped back ahead. Lucchese throws it back towards the net, and it goes wide. Asp has to hustle. He's not going to get there. That puck will get out of the zone. Back the other way it goes. Back to get it. Soilis around. Finds his defensive partner Ford. Quickly moved up and fired across. Lucchese has it. He's hustling towards the offensive zone. He's got Soilis with him. Shoots that one off a knee pad. Soilis will get it back in the corner. Soilis rubbed off. Back again it comes. Binghamton quickly back out the other way. Hustled ahead. Trying to move it in. It's Smith. A firing shot is shouldered aside, I believe, that time by Kozlowski. Ford, he's taken off the puck. Ford digging. He finds Lucchese. Lucchese across. Finds Soilis. Into the Binghamton bench. Not where you wanted to put it, but 55 seconds in the period. Team needs a change. And they'll get one there. So face-off right back here at center ice. 1-0 River Sharks lead. Face-off, one back again by Binghamton. Played into the zone. Asp moves it along. As it's hustled, that's Kuna Jackson as he moved that up. Gets it to the opposite blue line. Some trouble. Muka has it. Muka hustling towards the goal. Right towards the front of shot. And that one's kicked aside. Great play by the netminder for Binghamton. As, again, some trouble. But Egbert kicks his way out. Jessau hustles that one up. Binghamton back in the offensive zone. Little poke check there. Back to the blue line and out. Kept in the zone as Kuna Jackson has to turn and chase. Kozlowski leaves it there for Jackson. Jackson takes a look. 90 seconds into the period. 1-0 in favor of Elmira. Little drop pass back to Kuna Jackson. He's out there with Cameron Yarwood as that one's flipped back ahead. They say icing on that, so that'll be touched up. And the River Sharks will be taken back to their own defensive end. 18:20 to go, period number 2, 1-0 Elmira. As the faceoff will come to the right-hand side of Spencer Kozlowski. Wait to see what they do with that. Kirkby set to take the draw. He wins it back. Boyslard passed across to his defensive partner. A shot here from Binghamton, right back towards the front. Kicked around behind. Cameron Yarwood having some trouble as he's hacked and slashed at. Fed up the far side boards, but Weber goes back to play it. Moves it back down low. Binghamton some trouble controlling as Vartiainen was there. Muka dumps that one down. Right back out, and that one hung off the linesman, so no icing. River Sharks going to make a line change quickly. Fed up the near side boards. Kirkby couldn't play. Lewis gets it. 2-on-1 for Binghamton. Looking, passing, and he couldn't get the stick on it. Boyslard back to play. Boyslard flipping it ahead. Back down low it goes. Rolls around the boards. Yarwood looks to be out of gas as, again, that puck just moved back ahead. Kirkby will keep it going. Keeps it in the Binghamton end. Back to get it. Kuna Jackson takes a look, decides better of it. Goes back low. Cooper Bowman with it. Bowman, he's roughed up. Bowman trying to battle for it. Can't come away with it. It's thrown out towards the front. Chipped aside, and the River Sharks come away with it. Trying to move it forward. They kick it out. Good play by Yarwood and hustled back out the other way. Dumped in around by Brett Parker. Parker having to chase his own dump in as that puck rolls around the boards. Back in it goes. Bowman back for Parker. Parker back towards the slot. Can't come up with it. A backhander in the back of the net. Cooper Bowman makes it 2-0 River Sharks. Beautiful play. Cooper Bowman, a little backhander to make it 2-0. All right, well, River Sharks, you love to see that. As there's the replay of it. Over the shoulder, and Egbert just didn't know where it was. Binghamton wins the ensuing faceoff, and back again. Fed ahead, Smith has it. Pass across. As Avashkin trying to hustle his way in. Shot, move to the side. Trying to play it off. It's Smith back for it. 3 minutes gone here in the second. Already a 2-0 lead for Elmira. As Avashkin gets rubbed off hard. Sent back up the boards all the way to the point. Looking, shooting, deflected just wide. Back again to the point, it's Anderson. Anderson couldn't keep the zone, I don't believe, as that puck will go all the way around. Back to get it goes Posar. Mark Posar back to play. Posar takes a look, sidesteps one check, pushes it forward again. The defenseman still on the offensive battle path. Back the other way comes Binghamton, hustling it back. It's Avashkin. Looking for someone wide. Can't find it. A shot deflected towards the front. Poke checked away. And now back to play. It goes Brett Parker. Parker off the boards and out. That one may have the distance. Yes, all the way down on an icing call. So 2-0 River Sharks. Almost 4 minutes into this one. Little drink of water there for some of the forward players. You don't see that too often. The goalie sharing his water bottle. Puck is won back. Anderson has it at the point. Pass down low. Logar with it. Firing glove save. Spencer Kozlowski coming up big again. 16:09 to go, period number 2. As one more time. River Sharks will line up to the right-hand side of Kozlowski. They get to make the change, however, after being forced down there on the icing. Jessow to take the draw for Binghamton. He loses that one. Ford wraps it around the boards to the far side. Stavros Soilis has it. Trying to backhand it. Has some trouble controlling it. Pushed back out to the near side boards. And Lucchese trying to chase it down. Back to get it is Anderson. Fires it along to his defensive partner, JT Walters, the one-time Elmira player. Back a couple seasons ago now, but still, one time. As back in comes Gamzatov. Gamzatov fires, blockered away that time by the goaltender Kozlowski. Fed back down, a big hit there. And Elmira not taking too kindly to that one. Thrown out towards the front, picked off, and flipped back out, back to center ice. Anderson will retreat. Almost 4.5 gone here in the second period. 2-0 Elmira as Jessow turns it around. Jessow taking a long look. Trying to hustle through. Soilis takes a chop. Can't do anything with it. Shot deflected and stopped. As once again, Kozlowski coming up big. As now, the two combatants will be released. As now, long look here. The referee taking a look. As now they let him out. They were waiting on the two scrappers to head out of the box. Noah Robinson going to get some stick taps from his team, as will Samaro. So, 15:22 to go, period number 2. As this one has been moving right along. You like to see that here early in the season. Puck dropped off, played back to the point. Ripping shot off a pant leg, and again it goes into the corner. Battling for it. As again, that puck goes below the goal line. For some reason, Binghamton seems determined to set up from behind the net. Weber has it, taking a look. He waits, feeds that puck down low, and Elmira comes away with it this time. Backhanded flip out, and this one's going to go all the way down towards the net. Will be played by the netminder right back up towards Kirkby. Kirkby run off as that puck gets back to center ice. Trying to get it was Vartiainen, couldn't control. Kirkby does hustle it back in the other way. Kirkby taking a long look. He waits, he fires. It's over the top of the net as Kozlowski had a little bit of a knuckleball on that one. Fed back behind. Kuna Jackson moves it up. Weber's there. Weber taking it back behind for Binghamton. Long look, backhander, back down into the corner. Trying to take a long look here, Cameron Yarwood, as that one's back to the point again. Off a leg pad again, and Muka will go back to get it. Marty Muka takes a long look, fires it along, up to Yarwood on the near side boards. Quickly back off. Yarwood takes a rough hit into the boards. And that one's set into the zone, as again, Vartiainen welcomed to Elmira by Binghamton, as that puck bounces around the boards on the near side. Kuna Jackson takes a look, hustles towards it. As Stanko, I don't know what happened there, but he rolls off and heads off the ice. Back in the zone it goes. Back for it. The first goal scorer, Wilson, was down there in the corner. Goes back to Smith. Smith off the boards. Pinching in with Posar. Couldn't keep the zone. It'll go back out to center ice to Gino D'Angelo. D'Angelo into the zone, but right back out it goes. Posar with it. Firing across. Into the zone. Bowman had to circle off. They say no icing as Boyslard goes back to play. Bowman applying the pressure. He's got the goal here in the second period. 13:40 to go. 2-0 River Sharks. If you're just tuning in. Back ahead, Smith with it, banks it off the boards. All the way back it goes, and that will be icing as Pozar touches up. Avashkin was also in the area. That takes us to the media timeout. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. Be right back here on Mixler.com, your home for River Sharks hockey.
It's a place of extraordinary education. It's where heroes begin and potential is realized. A place of purpose and dedication. A devotion to learning, to pushing the boundaries of our understanding of medicine. It's our purpose, our mission, to prepare our students for the uncertain future, to keep asking new questions, to find new answers. This is LECOM. We make doctors. It's time to get to work.
At Collier's, we take pride in delivering great barbecue every day. Our slow-cooked, smoky-flavored home cooking is a favorite among young and old. From signature spare ribs and baby back ribs to brisket and chicken. But did you know that Collier's caters too? We offer a full range of catering options to suit any event. From wedding and corporate events to graduation parties, retirement and backyard barbecues, and pig roasts. If you have an event coming up, give us a call. We're now booking for the 2024 season. At Collier's, we do great barbecue, and that's just the beginning. Call today and book your next event with Rhea at 570-888-2927 for Collier's.
All right, with that, we are back here live as the River Sharks have the 2-0 lead right now. And again, right back to work they will go to the right-hand side of the netminder. Egbert taking a look. One back, fired over the top and just wide. They drew that play up in Binghamton, and it worked out pretty well for Kuna Jackson as the puck is tied up down low. Trying to move it along. Again, too many white jerseys, not enough grays. As Binghamton will win the battle and hustle that out. Pozar picks it up, banks it off the boards, looking for a teammate. Doesn't have anybody as that puck rolls back in. Elmira touches up to get onside and makes a quick line change for Cooper Bowman. Hustling back ahead, it's Jessow. Jessow moving it ahead. Into the zone he goes. Little drop pass for Smith. Smith has that one poke checked away. Elmira will get it back to center ice where Weber moves it back to his defensive partner. Flipped back ahead. Trying to play it off. It's moved back to center one more time. 12:53 left to go in the second period. 2-0 in favor of your River Sharks. Binghamton trying to hustle this puck up. They do get it in the zone. It's Jessow with it again. He's pressured immediately by Brett Parker. Looking for a lane. Back to the point. It's Anderson. Anderson passing down low. A shot. Again, the one-timer attempted. Doesn't go anywhere. Picked up ahead. Trying to move it out. And does get it to center. Eventually. As now Jessow trying to turn it around one more time. Elmira managing to kick it along but unable to control it. Now back to center, right in front of the Binghamton bench. As, again, pushing and shoving. Binghamton now somehow able to keep the numbers on the bench. As Anderson keeps it. D'Angelo couldn't put a stop to it. Trying to flip it back ahead was Smith. Move back to Anderson at the point. A shot deflected in front, knocked back down, and a miss on the follow-up as Kozlowski catches a break. Back to center ice, and he deserves it. He has been fantastic so far again here tonight. Trying to play this puck out, and somehow not interference, as the assistant captain Luke Richards not going to be happy about that. Samaro, fresh out of serving his fighting major. This puck moves ahead again as Elmira trying to move it along. Picked up there by Richards. Dumped off for Lucchese. Lucchese into the zone. Couldn't control. Anderson will pick up. And a quick line change here for Luke Richards. Trying to fire it along. It's Anderson again. Anderson looking, shooting off of the crest. Right back in front. A shot and a save. Huge stop. Loose in front. Still pushed off. And the goaltender not going to be a fan of that one. And that's covered up. They're going to bring it back to center ice, it looks like. So we'll wait to see. There's discussion here. We're waiting for a response. They'll bring the puck to center ice. Are we getting a penalty shot? We are. Logar is going to take the shot. Logar, a goal and an assist so far on the year. So, first one here at the first arena. As Kozlowski going to be looking, trying to make a stop here. Puck is put at center ice. Andrew Logar, the Niagara Falls native. See the goal there for Kozlowski. Logar takes it, picks up over the blue line. Kozlowski out, Logar waiting, deking, shooting, stopped! Huge save, Spencer Kozlowski! 11:27 to go in the second period. as Kozlowski puts him out on the shootout attempt. Well, penalty shot attempt. And now that means Binghamton will get an offensive zone draw to the right-hand side of Kozlowski, but that's got to help with some energy. As head coach Tyler Jurich not happy about something there. He's talking with the official, and he is animated. So, face-off coming back here to the right-hand side of Kozlowski. Puck is dropped, one back again. Thompson with some trouble with control, but drops to Weiber. Off of a man right in front in the slot, picked off, and now Elmira hustles out the other way. Banked off the boards. Banks it back off again. Gullo dumping that one in as Vartiainen gets back on side. The Black Bears back to play back behind their own net. Elmira not waiting. They're attacking straight away. That was Marty Muka. Move back ahead. Muka, big hit there against the boards, but again, Binghamton with numbers. Looking, digging in front, tipped aside. Excellent defensive play there as that puck goes back below the goal line. Binghamton has not had much success on the rush as that puck's flipped back behind the net. And again, the Black Bears trying to get something going. Thrown towards the front. Kozlowski with a save again. Ford using his body. Trying to knock his man off the puck. Bounced around. Vartiainen chasing. He puts his man against the boards. And now again, trying to move that puck along the far side boards. Vartiainen picks it up. Numbers if they hurry, but can't quite control it. That one will bounce into the Binghamton bench. 10:27 to go here, period number 2. It's 2-0 in favor of the River Sharks. So, puck drop going to come right back here at center ice. 10:27 remains here. As they get set. Puck is dropped. Again, Binghamton out shooting the River Sharks heavily, but the only outdoing that matters is on the scoreboard. And right now, Elmira with the lead. Kuna Jackson a big hit into the Elmira River Sharks defensive end. As that puck is dumped along, back behind the net. Looking for more opportunities. Anderson continuing to work that puck along the side boards. Back to get it. The River Sharks trying to put it off the boards. Can't. Stanko moves it back down low. Shot kicked aside and chipped back towards the center ice area. It'll get out. Anderson dumping it right back in. Back behind. Played off there by the netminder. Halfway through this one. It's 2-0 River Sharks. Knocked back down. Trying to play it off. Still some trouble. As that puck worked along the backside. Looking. Fed ahead. Hustling out. It's Elijah Wilson. He had the first goal of the game. Wilson cutting wide. Continues to work. He takes a long look. Spins around. Heads back towards the blue line, but drops the puck below the goal line. Brett Parker in there battling for it. Couldn't come away with it. As the Black Bears set up behind their own net. Binghamton, stretch pass attempt. Lets that one go all the way down. That's got to be ice. No, they wave it off. As, again, some trouble there. And it'll be covered up. Good play there by the River Sharks netminder Kozlowski. And that's going to take us to the second media timeout. We'll be back in a minute after this word from some of our great partners.
For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health. Counted on us to heal you, support you, encourage you, get you back on your feet. And for more than a century, Arnett has counted on you too. You're our community, our purpose, our passion. You're the reason we do what we do. Because giving our patients the best of ourselves is just who we are. Looking forward while embracing our legacy. Staying on the cutting edge while staying connected to our patients. Focusing on state-of-the-art procedures and the most effective care. At Arnett, we're nurses, doctors, and teams of other caregivers inspired by healing. We know your physical, emotional, and spiritual health are each part of the whole of you. To continue a tradition of medicine driven by compassion, teaching, and healing. That's why we're here. It's who we are. It's what we do.
It's River Sharks hockey. Now back to the action.
All right, well, Kozlowski has been stellar. Got a couple of breaks there, and you love to see that, especially for a deserving netminder. 9:12 to go here, period number 2. Jesso waiting for his opponent as Luke Richards has a chat with the official. As now again, Richards waiting. He's having a chat with the linesman now. As Jesso raising his hands. And the coaching staff in Binghamton not happy. So, can hear his displeasure as faceoff comes to the left-hand side of Kozlowski now. Puck is dropped. Binghamton wins the draw. Back to the point again. Trying to move it along quickly. Hustled back down along the far side boards. Trying to push this puck along. Great move there defensively by Pozar as that puck comes back to the point. Some trouble controlling at the blue line. Bounces into the corner. Back on the chase. River Sharks having some trouble controlling themselves now as Luke Richards trying to move it along. It's pushed back down low as Binghamton takes possession. Black Bears hustling it around. That puck ramped off the boards, will ride the rail and get out of the zone. Happy to see that now as the River Sharks back chasing. That puck goes back into the Binghamton end. JT Walters looking to set. Passes off to Anderson. Anderson looking. Avoids the check. Passes it up quickly to Jessow. That one goes all the way around. Back left there along the boards again. It's back out. And that one's going to be swatted at. No icing on the call as it won't have the distance. JT Walters back there to pick it up. Walters firing it along, looking for Jessow. Finds him. 1-on-2, but Jessow couldn't hold on to the puck. Back in it goes. Jessow cutting wide. Stick lifted. Played off. Excellent play by the River Sharks, and they get that one out of the zone. Wilson. My apologies. Muka was chasing that one down. Now it's knocked back down. A big hit there by Jessow on Ford as he lined him up. Now a penalty's going to come against Gullo, and that's in the back of the net. Not going to like that one as Austin Thompson puts the puck in the back of the net as assistant coach MJ Merkel certainly making his thoughts known. It's 2-1 in favor of the River Sharks now. But the River Sharks do have plenty to say about that Black Bears goal as now they're still checking the Binghamton player for blood as it would have been a double minor apparently. And the referee saying not enough for a double minor on that one as Jessow snapped his head back and drew the penalty, but it is of no consequence. No penalty called on that one, and the Black Bears get the 2-1 goal to bring them back within one. Puck is dropped, trying to play it off. Black Bears moving it ahead. Back to play it is Ford. Ford can't control. He's taken off the puck. Another shot by Kirkby. It's stopped. Another attempt. Kick save there by Spencer Kozlowski. Taken down behind the net by Kirkby, and no call coming on that one. Fed back up to the blue line and out of the zone. Binghamton looking for a lane. Some trouble here as that puck's moved back ahead into the zone. Kirkby firing it towards the net. Broken up, and again right back behind as that player is shoved off. And again, some skirmishes in front of the net. As now again, a River Sharks player ends up on top of one of the Black Bears, and up he comes punching. Spencer Kozlowski, he gets knocked over. Ford is going to go to the box. I'm going to guess a Binghamton player going to join him. We'll wait and see. As Stephen Ford takes a penalty and will head to the Elmira side of the penalty box. On the other side, looks like it's going to be Mac Lewis from Ajax, Ontario. So I think we're going to end up 4 aside. Soilis coming over for the explanation. We'll wait to see what the referees say here. They're going to have to discuss this one, it looks like. I'm not 100% sure what the calls are. I'm assuming both are going to get rough. I mean, that would be the only thing that makes sense to me from my perspective. As, again, these two squads just getting into the thick of the season, as now the explanation is being given, and it looks like they're having a chat about it. So, again, we'll see exactly what comes of all this. I would assume it would be 4-on-4 hockey as the two captains have the chat. 2 minutes up there for Ford as Soilis still animatedly talking to the official. Right now, just the penalty to Ford is up there. As Soilis is not happy about something. There are 2 players in the box. As Lewis now barking over there at Ford. And so we'll see what comes of this. As the official turns around, 2 minutes for roughing on that side. So there we go. Now another player headed to the box. And it looks like that one's going to go against Matthew Boyslard. So Boyslard going in as well, as he's arguing. So roughing was the call on that. Now we'll wait to see. I think again, we're going to end up with 4-on-4 hockey. Waiting to see what the official says. He is pointing out at center ice. So I don't think anybody's got the advantage here, but they're still on the clock. There we go, as now we get the penalties to even themselves out. Happy to see that, as the River Sharks certainly trying to figure themselves out here. The officials still trying to get this straightened out. 7:24 to go, period number 2. Again, the score 2-1 in favor of Elmira. As the official over there talking with one of the penalty boxed players, and looks like a chin strap might have been broken by Ford. So they take the penalties off the board now. And so I guess it's back to 5-on-5 hockey, and all of that was moot. Here we go. On the plus side, the River Sharks only down 1 player, Binghamton down 2. 7:24 to go, period number 2. Puck is dropped, one to the sideboards again by Binghamton, as that'll be moved along quickly. Back to Anderson at the point. Fires that one as soon as he crosses the red line. Back down low for Kozlowski. Asp is there. Asp taking a look, fires it up the boards, and trying to play it off was Vartiainen. A little trouble there as it goes back down below. Avashkin gets run into the boards. A little controversial figure there on the Binghamton side of things. As the puck moved along, it's Asp. Asp turning around, trying to find a lane. Can't do it, drops the puck off. Back to get it again. Big hit there along the boards by Muka. Thrown back towards the front, played off. Back again. Yarwood moved it quickly. Now it's Muka with it. Muka into the zone. Onside. Throws it towards the net. Kicked aside and into the netting. So 6:47 to go. 2-1 River Sharks. As again, River Sharks just getting over that 10 shots mark now. Shots on goal 25 for Binghamton, 10 for the River Sharks. And again, once you get the Black Bears attacking, they do not quit. So, long look here to the left-hand side of the netminder. Puck is dropped. Bowman going to lose that one. Back to Edigo Stone. Stone for Binghamton. Quickly up the sideboards. Picked off there by the River Sharks. Dumped back in offside. Have to wait. Now the tag up is done. Elijah Wilson looking. Anderson trying to hustle that puck out quickly. He does get it out, but again it goes right back in. Anderson with it one more time. Poke checked away. Picked up by Parker. Parker looking in the slot. Fires. Deflected. Goes just wide of the net. Wanted that one as it rolls up to Jessow. Jessow quickly firing it away. Into the zone goes Samaro. Samaro kicks it ahead. Poke checked right back to center ice. Binghamton will be offside. Flipped ahead. The River Sharks taking possession. A little flip up. And again, Cameron Yarwood with it. He waits. Dipsy doodles through a defender. Continues to move it down below the goal line. And again, the defenseman way up the ice. Cooper Bowman just misses the check. Binghamton out 3-on-2 the other way. One of the River Sharks not a defenseman by trade as that puck's chopped down. Back to the point to Anderson. Anderson misses on that one as that puck will go down deep into the zone again. Trying to play it off. It's back to Anderson, and he couldn't control. So on the self-pass, Binghamton will have to chase it all the way back into their own end. 5 minutes, 40 seconds to go as the Black Bears regain possession in their own end. Daniel Stone with it one more time. Firing up the sideboards. Weber has possession. He starts it out. He's harassed by Stavros Soilis. He's taken down there. And offside's the call. So 5:25 to go. And again, the River Sharks come back outside the zone. Jesse Anderson making his opinion known. Certainly not a fan. As face-off coming just outside the River Sharks defensive end. 5:25 to go in the second period. A 2-1 River Sharks lead. Puck is won back. Played along here. Moved up for Stavros Soilis. Couldn't get it as Jesse Anderson turns it around at his own blue line. Trying to make a move. The Binghamton defender drops that off. Right back up the ice it goes. Rasmus Asp off the boards. Can't get it to anyone. Continues to battle. He does end up with the puck in his own end. Kicks at it and gets it back to center ice. Great play there by Rasmus Asp. And that puck will come all the way back. Anderson back to get it. A little talking back there along the blue line as Jesse Anderson hustling it out to his defensive partner. back again towards the front. Logar, who had a penalty shot earlier in this period, looking, pass-off shot, goes just wide of the net. As that puck's moved up the near side boards. A little backhander back to center ice. Again, some trouble here for the River Sharks getting their puck possession times going. Move back up along the far side boards. Not going to be a fan of that one as that back for it. Drops again. Weber quickly back up to Logar. Logar fires a pass along the boards. And again, the Black Bears enter the zone. It's Stanko. Across, looking for a lane. Deflected up and into the netting. So with 4:22 to go, that'll take us to our final media timeout of the second period. And when we come back, 2-1 River Sharks here on Mixler.com and your home for River Sharks action all season long. YouTube.
Hockey is back. Your Elmira River Sharks take on the Motor City Rockers Friday, November 3rd and Saturday, November 4th. On Friday, November 3rd at 7:05 p.m., the River Sharks get their first look at the Rockers and will look to turn the music down. On Saturday, November 4th at 6:07 p.m., the series continues, and don't miss out on all the action at the First Arena. Go online to Ticketmaster or call the box office at 607-734-PUCK. River Sharks Hockey. Fear the thing.
For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health, and Arnett has counted on you too. You're our community, our purpose, our passion. You're the reason we do what we do, because giving our patients the best of ourselves is just who we are. Staying on the cutting edge while staying connected to our patients, focusing on state-of-the-art procedures and the most effective care. That's why we're here. It's who we are. It's what we do.
All right, well, we are back here live. Again, River Sharks have a defensive zone faceoff off to the left-hand side of their netminder. As the puck is dropped, win that draw as Yarwood off the boards and right back to the blue line, but not able to get it cleared. Flipped over the top of the net. Now Yarwood will chase it back down to the near side boards. Finds his man, trying to move that puck up. Can't. Robinson does get it out, however, and it's moved back out the other way. Dumped in by Muka. All the way around. Vartiainen trying to put a stop on it. Can't come up with the puck. Back behind it goes. Puck flipped back out to center ice. As that puck knocked down quickly there by Cooner Jackson. He has it taken away from him. Black Bears in with an opportunity. Shot and big save again. Netminder has been unbelievable yet again. Puck deflected towards the sideboards, off the defender and off the helmet of one of the Black Bears players. Trying to hustle it back out again one more time. Here comes the River Sharks, dumping it around the boards after gaining the red line. 3.5 to go here in period 2. Puck moved back ahead. Another opportunity for the River Sharks. Turn, looking for the dump, and Vartiainen couldn't get the shot off. Flip back to center ice. Dump back in there by Avashkin. Chasing after it, it's Rasmus Asp. Rolls it around the boards. Finds Vartiainen. Thrown back to center. Chopped down by JT Walters. Walters across to Anderson. 3:10 left to go in period 2. Moved back ahead by Binghamton. Samaro looking. Throwing that towards the slot. Tied up. And again, back chasing. It's back to Anderson at the point. Jesse Anderson looking, waiting, firing. Deflected in front. Puck is still loose down front and goes into the corner. Excellent play by the River Sharks defensively. Clearing out that front. And now pushing and shoving. Samaro getting physical. One of the Black Bears players is down. As JT Walters, not going to like that one. He turns around and immediately says something to the official. Ford heads back to his bench. Jesso, who's been a little, well, if you're a River Sharks fan, you're going to say dramatic over the course of this one. 2-1 in favor of Elmira right now. So the play stopped dead for an injured player, but Jesso still on his knee. He'll be taken back to his bench, I believe. He stopped play. He's got to come off the ice. Jesso pleading his case as continues to plead his case here at center ice. As Jesso now being restrained by his... Now something coming here. As again, these two squads just getting started. And now JT Walters pushing at a man. Going to take both of them to the penalty box. JT Walters going to take a seat. Takes a River Shark along with him, as I believe that's Mark Pozar. And yes, it is. So Walters takes the seat for 2 minutes. And again, some of the fans not too happy with what's happening there. Cam Yarwood goes over to direct the official over to his bench. got to be careful about that, as Yarwood obviously not wearing an A. So, I wouldn't be surprised to see something come right off this face-off here. It does look like it's going to take place right here in the neutral zone, right in front of JT Walters in the penalty box. So I think we've got 4-on-4 hockey now. There's nothing up on the board, but I only see 4 players aside coming out. So, Elijah Wilson set to take the draw. He will beat Gamzatov as it's won back to Rasmus Asp. Asp looking for Parker. Up ice. Fires it ahead for Elijah Wilson. Wilson into the zone. Cutting wide. Takes it back behind the net. Wilson rubbed off here by Anderson, but comes away with the puck still. Great play by Wilson. Wilson looking for a lane. Sends it back to Asp at the point. Asp will roll it all the way around. Back to get it. It's Parker. Parker looking, waiting. Fakes a shot. Tries to pass it off and has it taken off of his stick. Rasmus Asp trying to get there. 2 Black Bears in possession, looking and can't connect. Anderson was right there, just couldn't get his stick on it. Again, trying to move that puck along. It's taken away and moved ahead. Here comes Yarwood. Cameron Yarwood hustling his way in. He gets roughed off the puck. Still looking for support. Throws it back towards the slot. If Ashkin is there, he's run off the puck, but again, continues to make the line change. Do the River Sharks. 2 minutes to go. Still 2-1 in favor of Elmira. Anderson hustling that puck out. Passed across, into the zone it goes. Binghamton with possession, looking for a lane. Penalty upcoming. Yarwood's going to draw it. Hooking is going to be the call, as Yarwood took one to prevent a goal there. Minute 47 to go, period number 2. As the hook is called, and we go back to the Vincenzo's Pizzeria penalty kill. So, 4-on-3. And now we'll see what the River Sharks can do. Again, a penalty kill that's been very, very good early this season. 1:47 remains, period 2. So, Kirkby looking for an explanation. JT Walters and Cam Yarwood, obviously very familiar with each other. They played together in Binghamton. So they are looking for the time remaining in the original 4-on-4. So Kirkby waiting for an explanation, and now Soilis was coming over as that one dragged out a little bit. So, 1:47 to go, period number 2. 4-on-3. It's a power play for the Black Bears. Move back ahead. Kuna Jackson with it. He dipsy-doodles around and sends that back to center ice. River Sharks have to be careful here as they kill this penalty. Move back ahead. Muko trying to get there. Stanko, he loses his balance. Muka gets there, and he's going to be called for a penalty on a 4-on-3. And the River Sharks not going to be happy about that. Soilis very unhappy. So minute 29 to go, and it's going to be a very long 5-on-3. All right, well, here we are. This is a huge kill now, as Soilis out here. So Stavros still communicating with the official. Kirkby having a discussion with the official up top, because obviously it's a 4-on-3 right now, with the penalties still ticking down on the 4-on-4 minors. So, sent back. Kirkby has it. Fires it along to Smith. Smith back to Kirkby. Back over to Smith. Works it towards the top of the slot. Moves it down low. Flip towards the front. Now Soilis will pick up. Stavros Soilis killing time. Fights his way through. Stavros Soilis towards the front. Deking. Looking for the shot. Can't get it. Gets it. And it's over the top of the net. A penalty upcoming. And that will bring it a little closer here. Excellent move by the captain. And take nothing away from Connor Smith. He did what he had to do. Same thing could have been said for Cameron Yarwood. So with a minute 7 left to go, folks, this 1 second period. And so Referee now having to explain it to the penalty table. T. Walters looking for an explanation too, as he's supposed to get out of there shortly, as is Mark Pozar. 2-1 in favor of the River Sharks. You'd love to put another one home here. So you got to ask, Kuna Jackson. So here we go, 3-on-3 hockey right now for an abbreviated time before JT Walters is released. And now, again, want to apologize to all the viewers watching along on YouTube. We'll get back here in just a second. There we go, back out live on YouTube, and my apologies. All you've missed so far is talking. The official is trying to work something out with the clock, I assume. 9 seconds to go in period 2. As it continues talking, Kirk still firing off. Soyless over there now. As Tyler Jurich now going to get an explanation. So we'll wait to see what all this is about. Again, 49 seconds to go in the second period of play. I want to thank everybody who's tuned in here on YouTube and on Mixlr.com. All right, looks like we might finally be set. As face-off to the left-hand side of Egbert. It's Parker waiting for the draw. Here we go. All right, Parker gets set. Puck is dropped. One back by Binghamton. They'll hustle out, trying to move up. 45 seconds remaining. Into the zone. Gamzatov. Gamzatov poked away there by Kuna Jackson. He uses his size. Jackson trying to tie that puck up. Last 35 seconds of the period. Don't want to give up a late one here. Pozar trying to move it. Kuna Jackson steps up. He's got possession. Jackson backhands that one down, and that's going to go all the way, 200 feet. 23 seconds remaining in the second. Playing that puck back. As they wait, Binghamton hustling it back out. Jessow hustling it back towards the offensive zone. He drops a pass. Avashkin in offside. And with 11.6 seconds to go, that means that the River Sharks will get a neutral zone draw. Still on the Vincenzo's Pizzeria penalty kill. And face-off again coming here at center ice. River Sharks up 2-1 right now. They'll have kill to remain even after the period comes to an end. Jesse Anderson into the zone. Last 7 seconds of the period. Flips that one into the corner as nobody can come up with it. Flip towards the front. 2-1-0. That'll do it as Anderson rips a shot into the legs of Kuna Jackson and was looking for another one. Not gonna get it. So Spencer Kozlowski comes up big one more time for the Elmira River Sharks. Well, you love to see that again. It's been an interesting battle here tonight. A lot of talking with the officials, and now Tyler Jurich again continuing to have a conversation with the official back near the bench. Cameron Yarwood over there talking too. As, again, a lot of discussion here with the Binghamton coaching staff, the Binghamton players, and Tyler Jurich not happy with the outcome of how all that went down. So we'll have to see what comes of all this as the coaching staff will head off. And now again, Richards and Muka head off the ice. Binghamton will head for the locker room. And that means we are into the second intermission. As previously stated, it's been a long one as, again, the conversation continues as they're trying to fix the stat sheet here. So we'll wait to see exactly what happened here. I'm guessing it's an off-ice official issue. When we come back, I'll have more details for you, but certainly always fun here at the First Arena. Thank you so much for joining us here on YouTube and on Mixlr.com. When we come back, we'll talk about River Sharks hockey in the second period and look ahead to the third. You're listening to River Sharks hockey here on Mixlr.com and your home for River Sharks action all season long, YouTube.
Hockey is back. Your Elmira River Sharks take on the Motor City Rockers Friday, November 3rd and Saturday, November 4th. On Friday, November 3rd at 7:05 p.m., the River Sharks get their first look at the Rockers and will look to turn the music down. On Saturday, November 4th at 6:07 p.m., the series continues, and don't miss out on all the action at the First Arena. Go online to Ticketmaster or call the box office at 607-734-POP. River Sharks hockey. Fear the fit.
And Arnett has counted on you too. You're our community, our purpose, our passion. You're the reason we do what we do. Because giving our patients the best of ourselves is just who we are. Staying on the cutting edge while staying connected to our patients. Focusing on state-of-the-art procedures and the most effective care. That's why we're here. It's who we are. It's what we do.
The temperature outside is dropping, but the certificate rates at IRFCU are on the rise. If you are looking to stash away some cash, make it work for you. Check out the certificate rates here at Ingersoll Rand Federal Credit Union by visiting us online at IngersollRandFCU.com. Members can open a share certificate right from their mobile app or through our online banking platform. Saving has never been easier. Make your money work for you at IRFCU.
It's a place of extraordinary education. It's where heroes begin and potential is realized. A place of purpose and dedication. A devotion to learning, to pushing the boundaries of our understanding of medicine. It's our purpose, our mission, to prepare our students for the uncertain future, to keep asking new questions, to find new answers. This is LECOM. We make doctors. It's time to get to work.
At Collier's, we take pride in delivering great barbecue every day. Our slow-cooked, smoky-flavored home cooking is a favorite among young and old, from signature spare ribs and baby back ribs to brisket and chicken. But did you know that Collier's caters too? We offer a full range of catering options to suit any event, from wedding and corporate events to graduation parties, retirement and backyard barbecues, and pig roasts. If you have an event coming up, give us a call. We're now booking for the 2024 season. At Collier's, we do great barbecue, and that's just the beginning. Call today and book your next event with Rhea at 570-888-2927 for Collier's.
For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health. Counted on us to heal you, support you, encourage you, get you back on your feet. And for more than a century, Arnett has counted on you too. You're our community, our purpose, our passion. You're the reason we do what we do. Because giving our patients the best of ourselves is just who we are. Looking forward while embracing our legacy. Staying on the cutting edge while staying connected to our patients. Focusing on state-of-the-art procedures and the most effective care. At Arnett, we're nurse healing. We know what to do.
You're live.
I'm live.
You're live right there on YouTube. Yep.
Say hi.
You're live on YouTube. So Spencer Kozlowski, your netminder for the first win in River Shark history, as well as obviously to get your collective unit going here in game number 1 at home.
I mean, all in all, it's a pretty surreal experience. I mean, it's a pretty surreal experience. You know, team was playing really well in front of me too, so me and my job relatively easy. Yeah, overall, crowd was pretty good. Overall, good time. I like getting shutouts.
Well, you like to hear that. Obviously, a big challenge again coming up this week, and you guys have a pretty great tandem here with yourself and Rodriguez there. How is that working out for you guys when you come out? Obviously, goaltenders are a different breed, as everybody knows, but is it a pushing each other kind of thing? What's the teammate unit back there in the between the pipes?
No, I love Roddy. I think it's a really good relationship that we have. Yeah, we push each other. Good buddies off the ice. Well, just all around a really good relationship with them. So he's a pretty cool guy, so I like talking to him too. So it's really good so far.
Awesome. And now obviously you're coming to Elmira here after a year elsewhere in the Federal Prospects Hockey League. What's it been like to kind of adapt to the community, the culture of an Elmira, New York?
It's been pretty good so far. I like the area. It's got a little bit of grit to it. But overall, I like it. Small town, which I don't mind at all because I grew up in a big city, so I kind of like laying low a little bit. A couple small food joints, which are pretty good too, which I mentioned earlier in our interview a few weeks ago. But yeah, it's kind of a nice, low-key town. I've liked it so far.
Good. And Collier's is one of those places now, right? That wasn't in the interview before.
No, I wasn't on the interview.
But you want to have it now? Yep. When you were going through things, is that right?
Yeah, I didn't go to Elmira College, but I went to school 5 hours away, so we played them a few times. So yeah, I've been here, played the Domes, pretty cool ring. Yeah, I think we played here like 2 or 3 times in my 5 years that I was here, because they actually joined the conference in my senior year. So then I did my senior year and my 5th year, so I played them a few times here. But yeah, cool ring. So,
well,
yeah,
what's the?
I was coming back here.
I was going to ask you, what's the difference between playing up there at the Domes and playing at First Arena, and how's that impacted you there, getting out on the ice?
The legging at First Arena is definitely a lot better.
And then I got to ask, obviously, what are you looking forward to now? Obviously, you got the first one under your belt. What's the next goal for you as far as what you're looking at for the season?
Just take it game by game and win the next game.
What an answer.
Love to hear it.
What an answer. Love that.
Thank you so much. All right, appreciate that. Spencer Kozlowski, your goaltender here for your Elmira River Sharks. Thanks so much, Spencer.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming up.
Hockey is back. Your Elmira River Sharks take on the Motor City Rockers Friday, November 3rd and Saturday, November 4th. On Friday, November 3rd at 7:05 p.m., the River Sharks get their first look at the Rockers and will look to turn the music down. On Saturday, November 4th at 6:07 p.m., the series continues, and don't miss out on all the action at the First Arena. Go online to Ticketmaster or call the box office at 607-734-PUCK. River Sharks Hockey. Fear the thing.
For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health, and Arnett has counted on you too. You're our community, our purpose, our passion. You're the reason we do what we do, because giving our patients the best of ourselves is just who we are. Staying on the cutting edge while staying connected to our patients, focusing on state-of-the-art procedures and the most effective care. That's why we're here. It's who we are. It's what we do.
The temperature outside is dropping, but the certificate rates at IRFCU are on the rise. If you are looking to stash away some cash, make it work for you. Check out the certificate rates here at Ingersoll Rand Federal Credit Union by visiting us online at IngersollRandFCU.com. Members can open a share certificate right from their mobile app or through our online banking platform. Saving has never been easier. Make your money work for you at IRFCU.
Education. It's where heroes begin and potential is realized. A place of purpose and dedication. It's our purpose, our mission, to prepare our students for the uncertain future, to keep asking new questions, to find new answers. This is LECOM. We make doctors. It's time to get to work.
Delivering great barbecue every day. Ribs and baby back ribs to brisket and chicken. But did you know that Calliers caters too? We offer a full range of catering options to suit any event, from wedding and corporate events to graduation parties, retirement and backyard barbecues, and pig roasts. If you have an event coming up, give us a call. We're now booking for the 2024 season. At Calliers, we do great barbecue, and that's just the beginning. Call today and book your next event with Rhea at 570-888-2927 for Calliers.
All right, and with that, we are back here live from the First Arena, the Shark Tank. And in about 30 seconds, I'm going to bring on the guest of the intermission report. We were lucky enough to have one of the players up here live to have a chat. And obviously a big, big game here as Binghamton and Elmira duking it out. A little bit of a debate battle as well as you kind of watch that second period fade away. A lot of talking at the end. Certainly going to be an interesting one to see how that all plays out. But we are about to head into the arena area, so once again, always a good time. So, all right, well, welcome on in here to the broadcast booth. I'm lucky enough to be joined by Ryan Fritz, the first goal scorer in an Elmira River Sharks victory. Ryan, obviously, back here at First Arena, it's got to be pretty special knowing what you did there a week ago on Saturday.
Yeah, it's special. It's special to find a way to contribute to the team and contribute to the win.
And now, of course, a big game here against the Binghamton Black Bears as these two teams are going to...
King is a favorite among young and old, from signature spare ribs and baby back ribs to brisket and chicken. But did you know that Calliers caters too? We offer a full range of catering options to suit any event, from wedding and corporate events to graduation parties, retirement and backyard barbecues, and pig roasts. If you have an event coming up, give us a call. We're now booking for the 2024 season. At Calliers, we do great barbecue, and that's just the beginning. Call today and book your next event with Rhea at 570-888-2927 for Calliers.
For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health. Counted on us to heal you, support you, encourage you, get you back on your feet. And for more than a century, Arnett has counted on you too. You're our community, our purpose, our passion. You're the reason we do what we do. Because giving our patients the best of ourselves is just who we are. Looking forward while embracing our legacy. Staying on the cutting edge while staying connected to our patients, focusing on state-of-the-art procedures and the most effective care. At Arnett, we're nurses, doctors, and teams of other caregivers inspired by healing. We know your physical, emotional, and spiritual health are each part of the whole of you. to continue a tradition of medicine driven by compassion, teaching, and healing. That's why we're here. It's who we are. It's what we do.
It's River Sharks hockey. Now back to the action.
All right, and with that, we are back here live from the first arena as the second period comes to an end. We got 20 minutes on the board, 20 miles, 20 smiles. Nobody rides for free. The Elmira River Sharks a 2-1 lead over the Black Bears. It's going to be a full-out defensive effort, one would assume. Of course, looking at the board, still a lot of penalty time to take away. 13 seconds left on the Yarwood minor. A minute 11 left on the Muka minor. And then on the other side, 54 seconds left. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all shakes out. Obviously, they were trying to get something straight there at the end of the period. Don't know whether or not that actually got accomplished, but we'll wait and see. For the third period, your River Sharks wearing their home grays will skate from right to left across your TV screen, and your Binghamton Black Bears will skate from left to right. They will be wearing their road whites. As you see Spencer Kozlowski break out of the tunnel, and again, he has had a stellar game so far here tonight. The one goal he gave up, obviously, he'd love to have back, but so far, absolutely stellar effort again from the River Sharks netminder. He had a shutout against Watertown to start off the winning ways for the River Sharks this season. And now again, the River Sharks are going to be looking for a huge effort out of their netminder here in period number 3. So a long look down here between the benches. Obviously, tempers boiled over a little bit there in period number 2, and head coach Tyler Jurich certainly left the ice with plenty to say to the men in the orange armbands. Still more discussion happening down here at the penalty box, so we'll see if that takes off. Running again here to start things off. Yarwood and his staff having a chat with the referee. There's a good look at the man between the pipes, Spencer Kozlowski. Again, such a difference when you have solid net minding behind you, when you can trust a penalty shot. You don't see that too often in the FPHL, but here tonight, the one that the fans call the Wizard of Koz, able to make a huge stop on the penalty shot attempt. But as it looks now, 4-on-3 hockey. Rasmus Asp coming over to have a discussion with the men in the box, telling Cameron Yarwood, I believe, to stay out. Alrighty, here we go. Last 20 minutes of regulation. As the puck comes over the boards. Black Bears, River Sharks. Let's go, period 3. Thompson Kirkby out there to take the draw. That puck won back. JT Walters couldn't quite catch up to it. Now he'll get it as Bowman applied pressure. Back into the Black Bears zone. Anderson, little trouble controlling. Yarwood ready to jump out of that box in 3, 2, 1. Yarwood is free as that puck works up along. Kirkby has possession. Hustles it out for Binghamton. Moves to Thompson. Back to 4-on-4 hockey for a brief time. This puck poke check to the boards. Stavros Soilis along the near side. Feeds it ahead. Fired there by Walters. Chipped off his old defense partner's leg. As again, that puck skitters around at the blue line. Anderson some trouble controlling. Stick got away from him, and now here comes the River Sharks 3-on-2. With time, back to Yarwood. Yarwood waiting, passing, looking, shooting, glove save. And a huge stop as Anderson getting a little mouthy with Soilis. The captain not going to take too kindly to that. So, a little extracurricular after 40 seconds into the third period. You love to see it. The beginnings of a rivalry as these two teams, obviously, both at different points in their existence. The River Sharks here in just their third game. The Black Bears stymied 2 years in a row by the Danbury hat tricks in the postseason. Face-off dropped. Trying to move it along. That puck skitters back behind. Going to play it. A little wrap around there for Weber. He left it back behind for his defensive partner. Trying to work that puck back along. Boyslard, long look. Trying to find a lane. He takes it back behind the net again. Binghamton content to play in their own zone for the moment as Smith gets out of the box, and now it's a power play again. 3-on-1. A shot in the back of the net. Too easy for Gesso, and that'll make it 2-2. It's a power play goal, the first one against the River Sharks this season. So we'll be back to 5-on-5 hockey. And again, a 2-all score. So Elmira back to the even strength. We'll have to try to get something going right off the bat. In the first couple games of this season, Elmira had a little bit of trouble when they scored. Something coming right back the other way. Now it'd be nice to get that going for yourselves as Vartiainen moves it into the zone. Lauri Vartiainen pulls up quickly, looking back towards the blue line. He finds Kuna Jackson. Jackson fires it into the gut of a Black Bear defender, and it'll be turned back around quickly. Hustled out the other way. Weber into the zone. Pushed off. Takes possession, still working it through, and that one gets shoved to the near side boards. Ivashkin taking a look. Drops for Boyslard. Winds, fires, deflected over the top of the net. And that will get back to center ice. Nick Gullo chasing it down. Not going to be able to get there as that's dumped right back in. Back again, the River Sharks. Playing it back behind. It's Kuna Jackson. Stutter steps around his own goal. Now he flips it up off the near side boards. Some trouble controlling again. It's back in their own zone. You hear the fans here at the Shark Tank getting restless, wanting to get something going as that puck deflects into the River Sharks bench. And with 18:10 to go, it's a 2-2 tie. Puck drop going to come right back here at center ice as the River Sharks look to answer back. Cooper Bowman out here, the recipient of a goal here tonight. As that puck moves along, Stone has possession for Binghamton. Banks that off a leg, and now Bowman was on the chase, not able to get there. That'll be banked into Gino D'Angelo, who moves it back ahead, and again unable to control. Right back onto a Black Bear stick. Into the zone it goes. Looking for a lane. Poke check back behind as that was Kirkby. Kirkby still keeps possession of the puck. He's harassed down there. Elijah Wilson comes away with it. Wilson flips it back towards center ice, and again the Black Bears turn it right back around. It's Lewis into the zone. Little pass across for Thompson. Thompson has it taken off of his stick. 3-on-2 if the River Sharks hurry. Back the other way on the near side. It's Brett Parker looking, shooting towards the front, but nobody there to get a stick on it. Defense makes a line change as Binghamton hustles back out the other way. Into the zone. Little drop pass. Back to the top of the slot. Fire, save, and a cover up there by Kozlowski. Not going to allow Binghamton to take any extra liberties with their netminder. It's 2-2, 17:23 to go in period number 3. Face-off going to come to the left-hand side of Kozlowski. At the first media timeout, we'll hang out here instead of going to a commercial break. The winners of Chuck-a-Puck going to get a chance to shoot for money or a big screen TV. Stay with us for that at the first media timeout. Puck is dumped in and around the net by Binghamton. Back out to get it, Lucchese. Lucchese trying to battle for it, can't come away with it. Now Ford chasing it down, and again that puck comes loose. Ford trying to kick it along, puts it back into the corner. It's Jessa with it back behind the net. He's got a goal now here tonight. Trying to move this puck along, it's Asp. Asp hustling out, back on the far side. Sidesteps a check, but he gets knocked off his feet. But the River Sharks continue to move forward. Luke Richards fires, it's blocked away. And again that puck comes loose right back towards the front, and they couldn't put it home. Excellent chance for the River Sharks. Soilis sidesteps a check, gets to the top of the slot. He's harassed by 3 white jerseys. Back down low it goes. Lucchese has a poke checked away from him. Back to Soilis. Soilis covering for the defenseman on a change. Soilis continues to look, dumps that puck back behind the net. Back to get it is Lucchese. Lucchese moves it along. Shot towards the net, glove down, and that was too easy. 16:30 to go, a 2-2 tie here in the third period. So, 16:30 to go. Shots on goal favoring the Black Bears, 31-14. As again, Elmira tries to reset here. Long look here as Nick Gullo gets set in the face-off circle. Puck won back, but nobody there as that'll be poke checked ahead by Kuna Jackson. Worked back out towards center ice. Cam Yarwood has some trouble controlling. Moved in the other way by Smith. Smith coming, dinking shot, and a huge save again. Absolutely stellar again by the River Sharks netminder. Fed up quickly. Here comes Vartiainen. Stick handles through a defender. That puck goes down deep. Weber back to get it. Moves it up the far side boards. Binghamton trying to break out. It's tipped and moved back in. Vartiainen sidesteps a check. Back to the top, and again, stick lifted. Binghamton will break out easily. Breaking in, it's Ivashkin. Ivashkin, a little chip pass to Smith. Deflected in the front. Played with a high stick. There's no way they can count that goal. That's a high stick over the crossbar. Cam Yarwood immediately arguing. We'll wait to see. It 100% was over the crossbar. Here comes Soilus. As Soilus will tag out Yarwood. So Soilus waiting while the officials discuss this. We'll have to wait to see. Again, a lot of discussion in this game, but that puck was very, very clear. Waiting to see if they throw the replay up on the Jumbotron here to get a look. So we'll wait. Conversation with the captains. Soilus discussing it. As Kirkby awaits. Here comes the replay. Here it is, deflected, shot up in the air, and hit with a high stick. And it was played with a high stick. No goal. So that'll bring it back into the zone. Excuse me, it'll bring it right in front of the River Sharks bench. So, the officials come together, get it right, and it wasn't that long of a wait, so happy about that. 2-2, 15:53 to go, one back, and now the River Sharks got to find pressure the other way. Moved out of the zone. Back ahead, here comes Elmira. Cooper Bowman, a nice pass. Look, deflected shot, another attempt as this one bounces around back to center ice. Back to get it was D'Angelo, puts it right into that Binghamton bench. And again, a former Binghamton player, so you wonder if there's something behind that. As once again, 15:37 to go. Faceoff looks like it's going to come right back in front of that River Shark bench. As the coaching staff has seen a 2-0 lead disappear, have to find a way to respond. As that puck worked back in, Gino D'Angelo banks it off the boards. Again, trouble. Kirkby tries to play it through his legs, had no luck on that. Bounces back out, and here comes the River Sharks. Elmira over the far side, trying to play it off was Elijah Wilson. He gets it in the zone, sidesteps a check, still hustling it in. As Wilson goes back below the goal line, he's taken down. The fans want to call, not going to get it. As that puck works itself into the near side boards now. Poke checked along. Good play there by the assistant captain, Luke Richards, as that puck works itself around all the way to the far side. Nobody there as line change taking place. Flipped ahead as Thompson gets in onside for Binghamton. Back to get it with the boards, back to center, right back onto a Binghamton stick. Over 5 minutes into the third period, this should go for icing and will. As D'Angelo touches up, that'll take us to the first media timeout. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. 2-2, Bears and Sharks. 14:47 to go.
It's a place of extraordinary education. It's where heroes begin and potential is realized. A place of purpose and dedication. A devotion to learning, to pushing the boundaries of our understanding of medicine. It's our purpose, our mission, to prepare our students for the uncertain future, to keep asking new questions, to find new answers. This is LECOM. We make doctors. It's time to get to work.
At Collier's, we take pride in delivering great barbecue every day. Our slow-cooked, smoky-flavored home cooking is a favorite among young and old. From signature spare ribs and baby back ribs to brisket and chicken. But did you know that Collier's caters too? We offer a full range of catering options to suit any event. From wedding and corporate events to graduation parties, retirement and backyard barbecues, and pig roasts. If you have an event coming up, give us a call. We're now booking for the 2024 season. At Collier's, we do great barbecue, and that's just the beginning. Call today and book your next event with Rhea at 570-888-2927 for Collier's.
For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health. Counted on us to heal you, support you, encourage you, get you back on your feet. And for more than a century, Arnett has counted on you too. You're our community, our purpose, our passion. You're the reason we do what we do. Because giving our patients the best of ourselves is just who we are. Looking forward while embracing our legacy. Staying on the cutting edge while staying connected to our patients. Focusing on state-of-the-art procedures and the most effective care. At Arnett, we're nurses, doctors, and teams of other caregivers inspired by healing. We know your physical, emotional, and spiritual health are each part of the whole of you. To continue a tradition of medicine driven by compassion, teaching, and healing. That's why we're here. It's who we are. It's what we do.
All right, a little bit of an elongated break. As I said, we stayed right here with it. Hope you guys enjoyed that attempt. Nobody yet to claim the big screen TV as that puck bounces back. Ask people to keep the zone. River Sharks will keep it, sending it all the way around the zone. JT Walters chasing it down. Walters has that puck flip out. And again, the River Sharks trying to bat it in. That puck played right into the bench. And now again, face-off going to come right back outside the River Sharks bench. 14:35 to go, 2-2. Puck is dropped, one back. Binghamton takes possession. It's JT Walters firing it ahead. It's into the zone. Gamzatov gets it in there, but puck comes right back out, no icing, as Anderson will go back to play. Jesse Anderson, harassed there by Luke Richards, dumps that one off for JT Walters. Walters back behind, fires that one ahead. Breaking back out, it's Gesso. Gesso into the zone, looking side of the circle, throws it towards the net, and the deflection goes just wide. Again, it's fired towards the net, and again, it works towards the side boards, up the near side. Fed up, trying to find a lane, can't do it. 2-on-1, Gesso looking, waiting, shooting, blockered! Huge stop again! Spencer Kozlowski comes up big, and now that puck skitters loose in center ice. Trying to get there, a little trouble as now the River Sharks hustling it along. River Sharks into the zone. Break in, it's Luke Richards. Richards throws it towards the net and an easy glove there for Egbert. Sent back behind. Binghamton trying to break their way out. Poke checked away. Logar passes across. 13:38 left to go here in the third period. Gamzatov couldn't handle. Kuna Jackson goes back to play. Jackson off the boards. Banked back towards center ice. Unable to clear the zone. Logar managed to keep it moving forward. Trying to throw it off the official. Nick Gullo has it stuffed. And Gesso battling with Gullo. Fed back to center ice and out of the zone. Played back to center ice. It's Weber back in his own zone now for Binghamton. Turned around. Fed it off. Looking for Logar. Logar. Little drop pass there to Avashkin. Avashkin rubbed off. Avashkin turning. Looking. His puck goes back behind the net. Binghamton has too many players back down below the goal line. And again, the River Sharks having to battle for it. Moved ahead. It's Cam Yarwood flipped up. In, looking for Muka, dumped all the way around the boards. Chasing after it was Nick Gullo. He meets up with his opposing number as that puck gets back to center ice. Cam Yarwood there for it. 12:45 to go, period number 3, a 2-all tie. As Elmira coughed up a 2-0 lead. Puck moved ahead, Nick Gullo into the zone. Sidesteps, he finds Vartiainen. Lari Vartiainen throws it ahead, but has that puck taken away again by Avashkin. As that puck's moved away, Nick Gullo dumps it in and around the boards. Boislard chasing it down. Trying to get there. He hustles back out. Finds Avashkin on the near side. Avashkin, he's rubbed off right at the blue line. Goes down easily. As Gino D'Angelo throws it ahead, he finds his teammate. Move back to center ice. I believe that was Elijah Wilson into the zone. Bowman with a shot. Saved. And it's turned around. Back again. Gino D'Angelo goes to center ice. 8 minutes gone here in the third. My apologies. D'Angelo trying to sidestep through. Gets that puck to continue moving forward. Kept in the zone momentarily. Now it's moved out. And the River Sharks have to get onside. Lewis moves that puck back to his defense. Trying to set it up. Binghamton still some trouble as that puck's pushed ahead. Moved back out. Bowman circles back at center ice. Throws it across for Parker. Brett Parker. Again, his first look at in-game action this season. Thrown back around. He came to camp with a little bit of an injury after the trade. As glad to see him back in the lineup. He's going to be an impact player for the River Sharks this season. Thrown ahead. Parker has it. He's got a man with him. Parker looking, shooting, and it's off and into the netting. Off the netminder's shoulder and, well, his head, to be quite frank. 11:27 remains in the third period. 2-2. So, face-off coming to the right-hand side again of Nolan Egbert. Puck is dropped. Binghamton comes away with a win. Moves it up the near side boards. Asp taking a decision there. Decided to stick up at the blue line. Nice hit by Asp. Love to see him continuing to throw the body around. He has been doing that all season long so far. We are just new into this 2023-2024 season. As that puck's flipped ahead. A hard hit there to Luke Richards. Anderson using his shoulder a little less than his elbow on that one, but again, back the other way. Anderson turns it around. Anderson with a long look. Approaching the halfway point of the third period, Anderson dumps it in, back behind. Great play right there in front of the bench, a big hit as the River Sharks get the body taken as well. Puck thrown back to center ice. Kirkby's there, dumps it around again. Kozlowski back to play, can't control it. Ford on the chase. Ford shoving that puck up the boards, but can't get it to one of his men. Binghamton caught in a full change as that puck's flipped ahead, trying to push it out. Elmira into the zone now with men. Asp fires, kicked aside. Asp on the chase again. He throws it back towards the net off the side of the net that time, and Binghamton will reverse it. Back the other way. Nick Gullo taking a look as that puck skitters around out there at center ice. Turned around one more time. Flipped ahead. Back again. Binghamton looking for a lane. Boislard has it. Looking. Shooting. Deflected in front. Chopped away by the River Sharks. Deflected off the boards and kept at the blue line once again by Binghamton. Trying to play that puck along. The River Sharks have that puck and cover it up. Spencer Kozlowski halfway through the third period, and that takes us to the second media timeout. As we'll step aside for 30 seconds. Blatant after the play hit. And that's going to draw a River Shark power play as Boislard throwing the body around. Stavros Solis not taking kindly to that. So, face-off going to come, I believe, back down into the River Sharks offensive territory now. They should get the power play advantage here. But again, we should be at the media timeout, I believe. Exactly 10 minutes. So 2 minutes unsportsmanlike is the call. We will step aside for 30 seconds. You'll be right back here on YouTube and on Mixlr.com, your home for River Sharks hockey all season long.
Hockey is back. Your Elmira River Sharks take on the Motor City Rockers Friday, November 3rd and Saturday, November 4th. On Friday, November 3rd at 7:05 p.m., the River Sharks get their first look at the Rockers and will look to turn the music down. On Saturday, November 4th at 6:07 p.m., the series continues, and don't miss out on all the action at the First Arena. Go online to Ticketmaster or call the box office at 607-734-PUCK. River Sharks hockey. Fear the thing.
All right, and with that, we are back here live. 2 minutes on the board. A good long look here as the River Sharks and Black Bears have been locked goal already on the season. That one kept in the zone. Good play there by Lari Vartiainen. Kick back to the defense. It's Cam Yarwood. Yarwood passed across, shot, deflected over the top of the net. That puck's going to go all the way around, and Yarwood will have to chase back to center ice. Binghamton not liking the matchup right now. They'll make a quick change just 20 seconds into the kill. As Yarwood, a little backhanded pass. He finds Elijah Wilson, again looking up the ice. Fed back through. Logar puts his stick in front of it and knocks it down. Logar deflects it off a defenseman, and that puck will bounce back harmlessly into River Shark territory. 1:25 to go in the power play. Moved ahead. Marty Muka. Muka passes across. Into the zone it comes. River Sharks looking, shooting, save. Again, it's loose. Back towards the front. Deflected. Can't get it to go. It's underneath the man. And it's back behind Yarwood now. Yarwood taking his time. Passes across to his defensive partner. Looking again. Back to Yarwood at the top of the slot. Pass down low again. Trying to set this one up. The River Sharks finally getting their power play set up. Haven't seen too much of this over the course of the first 3 games. Puck moved down below the goal line. Another swing off there as Muka battling for it. That puck will come all the way around. Elijah Wilson has to chase. Fed up. Yarwood with a stop in the zone. Beautiful play. Cam Yarwood fired across by Wilson. Again, another chance, and that one gets off the stick. Hustling back. Muka trying to get there. Can't do anything with it. And Binghamton will break in offensively. Puck, poke check back to the blue line. Thrown towards the net and goes back behind. 30 seconds to go in the power play. And again, Elmira's had a couple of good opportunities here. Muka looking. Gets into the zone, onside. Plays it, moves it around forward, wraps it around the boards. Again, some trouble here for Binghamton as that one goes all the way back down. 15 seconds to go in the man advantage. We'll see if Elmira can do something with it. Little drop pass. Lets that one go as Nick Gullo goes back. Gullo turns it around. Last 5 seconds of the power play now. Running out of time. Thrown ahead. Asp was cherry picking. They say no icing as Weber gets there. Weber dumps the puck off for Anderson. Anderson moves it ahead to Boyceland, fresh out of the penalty box. As they're back to even strength. Thompson liking the look, shoots it, and that one's deflected into the corner. Asp battling for it. Nick Gullo going to chip it and get it ahead. Again, quite the solid physical game here for both squads. Poke checked ahead. Luke Richards with it. Trying to get out towards the front. He's tied up, taken down, and a penalty. No penalty. I thought we had one on the back end. As Noah Robinson turning. Robinson dumps it back off. Lets that one go. Does Richards, my apologies. As that puck comes back to the point. Big shot there. As Pozar got everything he wanted on it, just didn't hit the net. As that puck goes back behind the goal. 7:14 to go. A 2-2 tie. Elmira and Binghamton. This again, the I-86 rivalry. Knocked back down, and Elmira turns it back the other way. Hustled into the zone. Quick move. Right back here. Muka fires. And again, it's played with a high stick, so Elmira can't touch. They wait. Binghamton's not going to touch, so played with a high stick. 6:57 to go, period number 3.
River Sharks fans, please help keep the first arena clean. Remember to pick up any trash that you brought with you before you leave. Thanks again.
Face off coming back here out to center ice. As Elmira gets set just in front of this Binghamton bench. Long look here. As that puck's moved ahead, Elijah Wilson gets it into the zone, continues to battle, can't come up with it. It's moved back again. Wilson gets onside, and that'll be dumped right back in by Brett Parker. Parker, another former member of the Binghamton squad. Binghamton looking for a lane up the ice, 6:40. They have really had good control over the offensive side of this game for a lot of it, as Lewis breaks in. Fired across to the middle, deflected, blocker save! Kozlowski coming up huge again. And one more time, the shots on goal clock reflecting that, but Elmira has had great opportunities. Tipped aside, and again, it'll go back to Weber at the point. Played back, Kuna Jackson takes a look, firing it along. Weber knocks it down with his hand. Excellent glove there, as pushing and shoving continue to commence here. Play back along, as Parker taken out of the play there, as Lewis moved it along to his defense. Back again towards the front, picked off. Brett Parker going to turn around. Parker feeds it ahead. Chipped at center ice. Again, nobody can get in touch with it, though, as that puck's dumped in. Everybody goes for a line change. Cam Yarwood back to play. Yarwood taking it behind his own net. 5:50 to go here, period number 3. Trying to hustle it out was Richards. He falls down. Logar with it, looking poke check away. Excellent play, Kuna Jackson. And again, poke checked ahead. Kuna Jackson hustles it out. Right back in. Richards can't get free as that puck moves along. Logar with it. Logar taking a look. Fires it up the boards. Samaro, who was involved in some fisticuffs earlier on, throws a pass towards the front. Broken up again as Jessau right in there. Poke checked away. And now Richards will get there. Takes a couple of slashes for his trouble. As at this point, it looks as though we put the whistles away. Chavez Soilis trying to get there. Wraps up his man. Goes back behind. Has possession. Wrap around. Looking back towards the defense. Forward. Back down to Soilis. Soilis towards the net. Deflected. It goes just wide. Asp picks it up at the point. Erasmus Asp down low again. He finds Muka. Muka towards the front, can't get it to his man, but it does deflect away back onto a River Shark stick. Thrown towards the net, deflected, and couldn't get it to go. Soilis had his stick in the right position, just couldn't do anything with it. Puck flipped ahead, big hit, a penalty coming against the River Sharks. And again, Lucchese gonna draw the penalty. One of the Black Bears down there against the wall. Lucchese will take a seat. And with 4:48 to go, we'll see if Logar's okay. As boarding going to be the call. And it looks like we'll go to the final media timeout of regulation. 4:48 to go. As one more time, the River Sharks 2, Binghamton 2.
It's a place of extraordinary education. It's where heroes begin and potential is realized. A place of purpose and dedication. A devotion to learning, to pushing the boundaries of our understanding of medicine. It's our purpose, our mission, to prepare our students for the uncertain future, to keep asking new questions, to find new answers. This is LECOM. We make doctors. It's time to get to work.
At Collier's, we take pride in delivering great barbecue every day. Our slow-cooked, smoky-flavored home cooking is a favorite among young and old. From signature spare ribs and baby back ribs to brisket and chicken. But did you know that Collier's caters too? We offer a full range of catering options to suit any event. From wedding and corporate events to graduation parties, retirement and backyard barbecues, and pig roasts. If you have an event coming up, give us a call. We're now booking for the 2024 season. At Collier's, we do great barbecue, and that's just the beginning. Call today and book your next event with Rhea at 570-888-2927 for Collier's.
All right, well, there you have it. Last 4:48 and 2 minutes of that going to be on the kill. Of course, Binghamton has come through once already as Jessau able to put one past Spencer Kozlowski. Quick look around the out-of-town scoreboard. After one period, the Columbus Blue Dragons 2, River Dragons, 2, Baton Rouge Zydeco 0 in their home opener. Congratulations, Baton Rouge. As that puck moved along, Thompson has it, throws it towards the net, knocked back down, picked off, and that'll be played up by Parker, trying to swat it out of the zone. They get it to the blue line, but again fail to clear. Trouble here as it's back for Thompson. Thompson back to the slot. Kirkby shot off the post towards the front. Excellent play by Kozlowski. Move back again towards the front. Shot deflected. Don't know where it is. And that'll be blown dead as the referee lost sight 24 seconds into it. So, 2-2 score. River Sharks 2. Black Bears 2. As you take a look right now, obviously Wilson and Bowman, they both came up early, but in the second half of this one, Austin Thompson, Justin Jessow are the two who came through to put it on in a tie game. And, of course, Jessow's 1 minute into the third period on the power play. As that puck flipped back out and will get all the way down. Great play there by the PK. Vincenzo's Pizzeria penalty kill. Again, they're right here on North Main, so make sure to check out Vincenzo's Pizzeria. Certainly a great place to eat. As back the other way it comes. Hustling in. Binghamton throws it all the way around. It's played down there by Kozlowski. Turning. Firing was asked. That one gets out and will be out. Back the other way. Martin Muka. Muka looking, digging, shooting. Goal! Short-handed goal, Marty Muka. His third goal in 2 games. You love to see that, as here it is again. It just bounces. Goaltender retreats. Muka backhander. What a beauty. So it's 3-2. Shot deflected into the skates, picked up and thrown out by Kuna Jackson. Gets to the blue line, but again fails to clear. Binghamton still in the man advantage for another 55 seconds. Push back ahead. Binghamton trying to set it up. Pass across. Deflected towards the front, shot and goal. As you hate to see that, just a perfect play. And again, Nikita Ivashkin. Certainly going to sting a little bit to put it right back on the short-handed goal, gets scored, and then, of course, Ivashkin, fans letting him know what they think of that. So 3:37 to go in the third period. All tied at 3 now. Puck is dropped, trying to move it along. Vartiainen was in there digging, couldn't get there. Binghamton comes away with it. The Black Bears trying to hustle it up the ice, flipped ahead, looking again for Ivashkin, who is the last goal scorer. Again, he battles around, trying to poke check it away. Taken away for a second, but right back onto a Binghamton stick. Shot and a save by Kozlowski. Pushing and shoving again, and Ivashkin not too kind to Cam Yarwood, as, again, little history. As Yarwood has something to say. So they're going to take them both, Ivashkin and Yarwood, to the penalty box, 3:16 remaining. So Ivashkin being taken to the sin bin. As he and Yarwood, we'll see if the chirping continues. Yarwood is still going at Ivashkin down here in the penalty box. Obviously not fond memories from their time playing together. As now we'll see. Looks like we got 4-on-4 hockey, 2 minutes aside. So we'll be down to 1:16 by the time the 4-on-4 ends. But again, this makes for an interesting look. Puck is won back by the River Sharks. Poke checked along. Marty Muka, the last goal scorer for the River Sharks, was battling for it. Couldn't come away with it. Jessow, he's harassed there by Kuna Jackson. Jackson trying to kick it along. Still trying to move it. Jackson tied up. Poke checks that puck back along, and Jessow still coming away with it for Binghamton. Out towards the top. Anderson with a shot deflected into the corner. Back down low, it's Jessow. Looking back towards the point, it's taken away. Back the other way. Larry Vartiainen kicks it in. Still working it along. He turns, trying to get a pass off, and he's roughed off the puck. Back to center ice. Looking for a lane. The River Sharks fan on one. Right back to Vartiainen. Vartiainen loses an edge, but gets back up, brings it right back into the zone. Looking. Posar was there, couldn't get open to create a target. And now the River Sharks will make a line change as Vartiainen goes back to the bench. 2:23 left to go in the third period. 3-all tie right now, Binghamton and Elmira. Far different game than we saw in Binghamton just 2 short weeks ago. Puck left back behind. Elmira's got to go to battle. Looking for a lane. It's up to Tyson Kirkby. Kirkby hustles his way in. He gets rubbed off. Throws a pass across. Somehow onside. Back towards the middle. Looking, shooting, save! JT Walters. Saw all the way, did Spencer Kozlowski. Face-off will come to Kozlowski's right-hand side, I believe, with 1:58 to go. Waits for the puck to drop. As it's dropped now, Kirkby ties up his man, gets it back to Walters. Walters taking a look. Thrown towards the net, deflected just wide. Posar battling for it. It's back behind. Gino D'Angelo off the board. Hustling it back the other way. It's Wilson trying to get around Walters. Can't do it. It's chipped aside and now back again to play. Kirkby trying to move that puck along. As they work back out the other way, JT Walters hustling. Walters takes it back to his own zone. 90 seconds to go in the third period. 3-all tie. Walters taking his time. Finds his lane. Passes that one back to center ice, and out come the Black Bears. Into the zone. Little drop pass. Picked aside. Over for Smith. Fires over the top of the net. Bouncing back again. Looking for a lane. Back. Penalties are over. Easy save there for Kozlowski. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. So, 1:12 left to go. Third period, 3-all tie. Unbelievable. Complete turnaround from 2 weeks ago. Back again, Binghamton with a shot. Deflected, kept in the zone momentarily. Poke checked back and taken down. And the Elmira faithful not going to be happy about that as that puck is flipped in. Back to get it goes Rasmus Asp. Asp looking, fires it off the boards, back to center ice. Boyslard has it. He turns, waiting, taking a long look. Cuts back behind, has the puck poke checked away from him there for a second. Last 45 seconds of the period. Looking to get it back to the point. They get it there. Smith, some trouble. Deflected in front, picked off, and moved back towards center. Back again goes Smith. Last 40 seconds of the third. As again, that banks off the boards, right off that Chemung Canal Trust Company logo. And that puck trying to move it up the near side boards. Picked right back off. And the River Sharks have possession. Lucchese trying to move it. Can't. Avashkin coming for it. Back go the River Sharks to get it. And again, it's a little back and forth here. 20 seconds remaining. Boyslard fires. Chipped ahead again, into the zone. Samaro, who was in a fight back in the first period, deflected. Easy save there. Back again, Boyslard, another save, and it's moved to the sideboards. Excellent play there by the River Sharks, sent all the way down. 4-3, 2-1. 1.3 seconds to go. So with 1.3 seconds separating this team from overtime, it looks like Binghamton going to pull the netminder for a 6-on-5 opportunity. So, there's a lot of yelling here. As again, the Black Bears arguing, I believe, that the River Sharks made changes. Missed it myself. Anderson having a conversation with the officials. Again, it's been a large debate over the course of these last 2 periods. Anderson still arguing with the referees. 1.3 seconds to go. Face off to the left-hand side of Kozlowski. He ties up Jesso off the draw. This one's going to overtime. 3, 2, 1. Jesso puts his stick down, one back, kept up, and great play by the River Sharks. As now an extra shot after the whistle. The River Sharks not taking kindly to that. So, we'll have a quick break before the game gets going back into overtime. It's 3-on-3 hockey. As crazy to think, at one point this was a 2-0 game in favor of the River Sharks, and now, after the scoring barrage opened, again, great to see. And again, Binghamton going to probably object to the fact that they had that one goal called back, as they play that with the high stick, and it's very clear. You'll see it on the replay again because I'm sure it's going to get shown. As the River Sharks, a beauty of a goal there by Marty Muka. Unfortunately, just not enough, as another goal came just a few seconds later and tied this one up. So, 3-3. Excellent work by Kozlowski again, as he has been phenomenal all night long. But we'll see what comes of it in the the final period, really, the overtime. As these two squads meeting for the second time this season. It's going to be 3-on-3 hockey. And as we get set, as the fans getting loud and ready here, as we get set for overtime, 3-on-3 hockey. We'll see what they can do here. It's going to be an interesting play. You wonder, looking up and down the bench, what head coach Tyler Jurich thinks of here. Soilis set to go. Out there with Brett Parker and Rasmus Asp. On the backside for Binghamton. Changing things up a little bit here from the line combinations. As that goes back, Asp will go back to play. Stanko was out there before the draw. Now Asp blazes by two Binghamton defenders. Back for Jesse Anderson. Anderson, he's pinned to the boards. And again, Asp, the lone defender, back down below the hash marks. Seen that a lot from Elmira here in the first few games. Their offense certainly has no problem getting to be part of their defense has no problem being part of the offense as Binghamton tries to get it out of the zone. 4:30 to go here in the overtime period. Fed up for Jesse Anderson. That one goes all the way down. His opposite number, Rasmus Asp, following him. He's running to the boards hard. Stavros Soilis will pick it up. Soilis turns, keeps possession of the puck, has time, sends back to Asp. Asp and Soilis play catch. Asp looking, he wants a change. So Soilis will take possession and hang on for just a few seconds. Well, Binghamton gets a full slate of changes as well. Parker looking for a change. Everybody going to get off the ice here. Soilis needs to get off. He's the only one still on there. Now Soilis turns on the Jets. Beating Ivashkin, looking, waiting, shooting, goal! Stavros Soilis! A beauty. And the River Sharks win. Unbelievable. Their first ever overtime win. Absolutely spectacular. As there you see it again on the replay. Stavros Soilis hyping up the crowd. As the fans here celebrate at the first arena, the Shark Tank. And Sherwood and Merkel having words. The officials coming between them. As they get set here, we're going to have some fun. As the fans getting in on the celebration. So a beauty as these two squads. Stavros Soilis going to take a tour as he gets around. 4-3 as Stavros Soilis going to get first star of the game. What a play. Stavros Soilis with a beauty. You couldn't ask for any more than that out of the man who wears the captain's C for the Elmira River Sharks. got to be beyond thrilled as the River Sharks claim the W for the second time in 2 games here at home. The River Sharks, too much for the Binghamton Black Bears this time. You absolutely love to see that. It's been a interesting first couple games after that 7-3 defeat in Binghamton. The River Sharks have come home, shut out the Watertown Wolves, and now gone 4-3 over the Binghamton Black Bears. Well, we'll take a look around the FPHL as we wrap things up here live. Oh, quick message from Stavros. We'll wait to see what he has to say, but again, Soilus having his words.
Awesome building right now. That's right. And I think we got a replay of your goal. Walk us through that game winner overtime goal. I just knew I could beat everybody on the ice.
Soilus, I just knew I could beat everybody on the ice, and here it is. There he does. He gets past Avashkin, puts it over the shoulder, and buries it. Stavros Soilus with the game winner. As you get a look at it right there on your YouTube feed. The only other game in the FPHL tonight, Columbus 4, Baton Rouge 1. As we wrap things up here from the First Arena and the Shark Tank, thank you so much as these two squads, again, a heck of a performance, and the River Sharks coming away victorious 4-3, just a minute and 5 seconds into overtime. I'm John Clement. Good night,